on the thunder throws, so shock and groan. Disobedience turned their hearts to stone. Rejected the truth, lost in the zone. Now they're paying.
Good morning.
In Hades' bone hole.
We're back.
Shelter in the night. Underworld gates that eternal fright. Denials.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Only face facts could have saved their plight. Lightning crack, no way back. Lost souls on brimstone track. Ignorance, gotta pay the toll. Loose truth or face the dole.
Nice to see you, alter ego.
Tales of the foolish on the
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
No antidote.
Good morning, Queen. Please.
Unseen, demigods whisper.
What's going on, champ? Another day.
Or drown in the stream.
Good morning, Miss Terry.
A cruel dream.
Good morning, Taylor. Good morning. All right. Yes, Kevin, I'm back on my main account. I had to do it on the backup. All right, you know how it goes. Austin, good morning. Leslie, good morning. Welcome to the show. Hi, Cece. Welcome. GNG, good morning. How are you doing? All right, yeah. Yes, it is I. Once again, we're back in the Thunderdome, ladies and gentlemen. Another day, and we got more truth to get out here to the American people. It is what it is. We'll get the truth. We'll get the truth out here, and Duke, I had to do it on the backup account. I had to get it out of the mud, all right? Because this one went down, all right? They don't like it when I tell the truth, but I'll keep telling the truth. Vegas, keep it clean now, Vegas. Nice to see you. I ain't even had my coffee. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this show started. What's going on, Heaven? Welcome back, brother. We're back in the kingdom. I have a backup account, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Capria, my sister. I'm back here. Get to know you while you're thinking that I'm asking. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we're here to do. Let's get this show started, ladies and gentlemen. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Once again, we are back in the Thunderdome. I'm your host, I'm your pilot, and you know exactly why we are here. Yes, I am once again back on the main account. Apparently, you got to be careful out here on these TikTok streets. There's some conversations that you really just shouldn't have on this app, all right? So I'll try to make sure we don't end up in those places again, all right? But before we get started, let's take care of some housekeeping items. For those of you who don't know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And you know exactly why they call me Triple H. It's because the first H stands for honest. Well, actually, I'm the most honest person on social media. The second H is because I'm humble, the most humble person on social media. And then the last and the final H, ladies and gentlemen, is because you've guessed it, I am and will always remain what? The most handsome. Thank you. Good morning, Heidi. Yes. W. Ria in the chat. You know exactly what we do over here on this side of TikTok, on this side of town. We try to we do hold our friends on the right accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds as well as their crimes. And with that, you know what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a powerful demonic force. A lot of these people, they've been led into a dark place spiritually, we're talking about. And so what you see happening a lot of times is a bit of what I like to call an exorcism, all right? A lot of these folks, when you show them who their cult leader is, who their daddy is, or who they really are, they pivot, they duck, they dodge, they hide. And I'm catching on to what a lot of these Trump supporters are doing. It's the identity politics, right? Aren't we tired of the identity politics and the pretzeling? Yeah, aren't we tired of the identity politics? There he is right there, trash bait, right? I've been, trying to just do my show and really, really speak on the issues. But lately, it's like these Trump supporters are hell-bent on identity politics. What do you want to do? You want to come in here and you just want to keep bringing up things you have no room to speak on, especially when it comes to things like misogyny and racism, right? So, MAGA, do us a huge favor. Please stay on the topic, all right, that I am talking about, and let's stay away from identity politics. As a matter of fact, let's start it off by giving you Trump supporters a round of booze and shame, because you got to stop this. They need to stay away from identity politics. You're not going to win the battle. Trust me. Right?
Silence, you MAGA.
What I'm here to do is help you Trump supporters understand the error of your ways. You should have voted for Kamala Harris. You know what you would have had? You would have had prosperity. Your 401ks would have went up, and we definitely would have gotten closer to world peace, because you would have had somebody that respected the United States Constitution in the White House, right? But you chose otherwise, right? So before we get started, I'm going to give you Trump supporters a heads up, an opportunity of a lifetime. You might want to leave this live and go hang out with these fake TikTok hosts, and you know exactly who they are. The fake media won't tell you, but I'll tell you. All right, because they'll lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. Leave this live right now if you can't handle the truth, all right? As a matter of fact, you don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Bingo. Bingo. Anybody out there upset with the way President Biden ran this country for 4 years? I had a MAGA demon in my live yesterday. I posted a video about this deranged individual. Zeus, how did Joe Biden get us out of the pandemic? I'm not answering any more questions, because you can't handle facts, you Trump supporters. You know what you can do, though? I understand you're like very primitive people. You don't get it until it impacts you. So that's why I'm going to continue to bring down the hammer when it comes to mass deportations. All right? That's why I'm going to bring down the hammer when it comes to tariffs. You don't even know what you did with the tariffs. I was reading the article. I'll get into it a bit. You're harming children with these things that you're doing. You're separating families. You're actually trying to deport entire families and send them to places they've never been, or dangerous places. Yeah, you're ruining Christmas for children because you're putting these blanket tariffs. And then you see Trump up at 3 a.m. What was he doing? Getting into a war, getting into a beef with Canada, one of our allies, right? So, you know what? Let's give Donald Trump another round of booze and shame, him and his supporters. We're heading towards a 1929 style depression. We are. People ask me, Zeus, why are you always upset and angry? And I said, I'm not upset and angry. I'm very disappointed with America right now, because the number of people who, I don't even want to say it, the number of people who, you see these people, you say these people look healthy, they seem like they can, take care of themselves and provide for themselves. They should be reasonable, and they should be able to understand. The number of you who went out and voted for Donald Trump to destroy everything we've built in this country, starting with George Washington. I mean, I know we got off to a nasty start because a lot of things happened at the very beginning of this country that shouldn't have happened, but it is what it is. We're here now. And you all decided, I'm going to tear that down and put the worst candidate in there. Why'd you do it? Any Trump supporters want to explain why they voted for Donald Trump? Just put the answer in the chat. I know you don't want to come up here and talk to Big Zeus. Why did you do it? Why did you do this? Do you know? Do any of you even understand why you did it? Look at them. They don't even have answers. They don't even have answers. No, there's no answers. All right. I know why you did it. It's because of the hatred in your heart. All right. Don't worry, though. Yesterday, we had what I call some good news, some cheerful news from Madam Vice President Kamala Harris. I said, you know what? I think we need to get this on the record in the kingdom, because someone has to say what she is saying. All right. And many of you say Kamala Harris, it's a word salad when she talks. It's not a word salad. Kamala speaks the truth. All right. And she comes from a middle class family out here in the Bay Area, Oakland, California. Shout out to Oakland. And she's not giving up. She's not giving up on this country, and neither should you. Let's listen to what some of the things she said yesterday. All right, we just want to get this in here. Shout out to Kamala Harris. All right, let's see if we can get this on the record. All right.
And as we then approach the end of this year, many people have come up to me telling me they feel tired, maybe even resigned. Folks who have said to me that they're not sure whether they have the strength, much less the desire, to stay in the fight. But let me be very clear. No one can walk away. No one can walk away.
Amen.
We must stay in the fight. Every one of us, including the fight for an economy that works, not just for those at the top, but for working people, for all Americans.
Amen.
The fight to make sure everyone has a fair shot to pursue their ambitions. The fight for our ideals.
Thank you.
Including the equality among us, the freedoms to which we are entitled.
Amen.
The dignity that we possess and is possessed by every one of us. So we must stay in the fight.
That part.
Because that is the responsibility, in my opinion,
Go ahead, tell
that
them.
comes
Amen.
with the privilege of being an American.
That part.
And that responsibility has always then fueled the American experiment.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. You Trump supporters, y'all could have had somebody like that was trying to unite this country, look out for your rights, help protect your freedoms. But what did you choose? You chose anger. You chose hatred and stuff like that. And you chose to go broke. You didn't want to be woke, so you chose to be broke. Are you happy? Yeah, right, Cabria. They chose darkness. Richard, you think it's funny what I'm doing, Richard? Richard, you think what I'm saying and talking about is funny? See, you know what they say? The same thing that makes you laugh, Richard, it'll make you cry. That's why a lot of you are getting divorced right now. I'm pretty sure any Trump supporters out there that are going through a divorce, put a 1 in the chat. Let's have a little conversation about what's really going on in your world. I know why you're getting divorced. Your wife sees how much money you're not able to bring in. Look at L. Robert in the chat. Yeah, this is happening. It's a phenomenon in the country. A lot of Trump supporters. Yeah, why are you getting divorced? My wife says that I'm not bringing in enough money. We're on fixed income, and she found out I support Donald Trump. Actually, she found out I'm actually in his cult, and she said, you know what? It's either him or me, and I chose him. So yeah, Trump is causing divorces. Thank you, Fed Up. All right, and I know you're a Trump supporter. A lot of these so-called Trump supporters like to get on TikTok and say, Zeus, we're protecting the kids. What happened to the 500,000 kids? This is what they try to pretend like they care about. You don't care about kids. I already see it. I can see it in your eyes, Mag. I can see it in your eyes. Seeing Trump's 2.0 tariffs coming, America's toy makers gird for ruckus. Toy makers are bracing for a trade war, redesigning products and scouring the world for new low-cost suppliers. Trump has vowed to hit China with new tariffs. Toy makers hope to avoid tariffs by warning politicians that it would hurt children and families. How do y'all feel about that? These people go out here, and we're all riding around here. We see these places you could go pick up a Christmas tree, right? You could go pick up a Christmas tree, and you think to yourself, wow, there's going to be a lot of families this year that they're going to put presents under the tree, stockings, you know what we do. But then you have this reality that a lot of children won't be able to celebrate Christmas because of the tariffs. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Donald Trump and his supporters a round of boos and shame. You don't care about the kids.
Silence! You
can go read
this. Demon.
Thank you, Alter Ego. You can go read this. A lot of you say, Zeus, where do you get your information from? The internet. I watch TV. I talk to people. I can read. Why do you have to ask questions you should be able to get the answers to on your own? See, you're not thinking. With incoming Trump administration promising an entirely new round of tariffs, U.S. imports, Atlanta-based, it's always in the red states, right? Atlanta-based Kids 2 and other toy makers are reviewing product lines, looking for ways to limit the cost on new levies. In the last trade war, you say they said last trade war, you Trump supporters like to get up here and say there were no wars under Donald Trump. There were trade wars. There were wars with your wallet. While you're sitting up here crying about the aid that we're giving to our allies like Ukraine and Israel. So you want to get up here and cry and say, well, Zeus, where is the funding for the hurricanes that happened in North Carolina? Any of you out there, any of you delusional folks still think that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris didn't do enough to help the people in North Carolina? Any of you still out here believing that lie? It's sad. It's sad, Steve. Steve, do me a huge favor. Go read the continuing resolution, Steve, that they're trying to push through right now to avoid a government shutdown. You can find out there's $104 billion for disaster relief to address damage caused by hurricanes Helene and Milton in places like North Carolina and Florida. Steve, it's every time you lie on the app and you spread this nonsense, it just really triggers me. I see a lot of you are getting triggered in the chat. How about this? Maybe you don't like the way that I'm telling the truth. Steve, do me a favor, Steve.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
You want to know another ridiculous idea Donald Trump has? And don't worry, if you're a Trump supporter, send me a guest request. And I'll try to talk to you today. And I don't want to play identity politics. Stick to the topic. Don't get in here and start talking about racism because you're going to lose that battle, MAGA. I'm just giving you a heads up. We got a lot of trained individuals. Am I right, Ange? We got a lot of trained individuals on this platform. You utter anything about racism and misogyny and AB, you're getting cooked. I'm just giving you a heads up. So if I were you, stick to understanding about what's going to happen to your wallets once you get this lunatic, so to speak, in the office. All right. One other idea that Donald Trump has is they say it's one of the dumbest ideas. Abolishing the FDIC could backfire on Trump and his allies. Any of you Trump supporters know what the FDIC is? Do you know what they do? I'm covering a lot of territory, or as you all like to say, I'm connecting a lot of dots right now. I'm connecting a lot of dots. Right? Do any of you know what the FDIC is? Any of you Trump supporters, y'all know okay, good. FDIC was created during, guess when? The Great Depression to restore trust in financial systems shaken by the failure of thousands of banks. Today, during a time of distrust of the government, the FDIC stands apart in the alphabet soup of bank regulators as a rare agency that many Americans actually trust. It has a long track record of protecting insured bank deposits during good times and bad times, yet it's unclear whether the FDIC can survive Trump 2.0. Sources told CNN Kayla Touche that allies of President-elect Donald Trump have discussed the possibility of dismantling the FDIC, giving Treasury oversight of deposit insurance, and allowing the federal government to substantially shrink or even close the rest of the agency. Former regulators and academics, they're probably just wasting their time. They said it makes little sense to shut down the FDIC, and hopefully Congress isn't going to let this happen. This idea would pose an enormous risk to terrifying Americans about the safety of their deposits and triggering bank runs. All right, and many of you know the FDIC, through an industry-funded pool of money, provides a safety net to protect consumers, in cases the bank goes bust. Each deposit is automatically provided at least $250,000 of insurance. So Do you Trump supporters understand? We are literally on the verge of heading towards a 1929 style depression. It's going to be the worst ever. I haven't even brought up mass deportations when we get rid of a good chunk of the workforce and your prices they quadruple. But guess what? You did this to yourself because you hate this woman right here. You hate Democrats so bad. So you would rather be broke instead of being woke. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, let's give these Trump supporters another round of booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA daily.
Now, obviously, MAGA. Obviously, I'm reading information. It's just not a freestyle. I'm not making this stuff up. All right? You can go look it up. Now, let's have the conversation. But please don't get up here and ask me, well, Zeus, what about this? No. Just answer the simple questions. How do you feel about all of this basically going to ruin your finances? How do you feel about your finances about to be ruined? All right, put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter and you really want to have an honest conversation. I hope at some point in the conversation, honestly, you start to admit that you probably made a terrible mistake voting for Donald Trump. He conned you. Please put a 1 in the chat. I'll bring you right on up here and we'll drill, baby, drill. We'll lower your taxes. And yeah, you know exactly what I mean when I said that. Okay, all right. L show.
Hey, how are you, man? I saw you. I heard you in Snuggles live the other day, and he just smashed you, bro.
Did I ask you to even bring that up? I'm talking about
no,
real
no, you
serious
didn't.
issues. What happens in his space, no one takes that serious, and you know that.
Oh, okay. So let's go forward.
He's a low life. He's a low life, Robert,
Let's
and
hit
he's
it.
a grifter, and he just lies to you, Robert. And I
But
get
that's
it.
what
It
he
makes
says.
you feel good.
Okay, let's talk about some issues here. Let's
Which
talk
one
about
would you like to
Trump.
talk about? Which one would you like to talk about?
All these tech moguls, billionaires, going to Mar-a-Lago and bending on their knee, kissing their ring, and asking, "Well, how much money can we give you?" How about that?
Is that acceptable to you?
Well, sure. Why not? Why is it
The
acceptable?
reason I said that is honestly because I would imagine if President Biden would have done such a thing, you probably all would have said something about him being corrupt.
So,
You
so,
know, you would have said something like it's influence peddling. You ever heard of that term?
do you think it's influence peddling?
You have a bunch of tech billionaires paying a president. Is that what you said is happening?
Well, no, I asked you, do you think that's what's happening? I mean, paying homage. I mean,
Well,
I went with Zuckerberg, 8 years ago, spent 400 million anti-free
wait a
speech.
second. Now you're doing that thing. So let's
Okay,
ask the audience. Fair enough. How many of you in the audience put a 1 in the chat if you believe it's influence peddling? What Robert described as happening with Donald Trump. Put a 1 in the chat if you think it's influence peddling, right? All right. Look at how many ones we got, Robert. How many ones do we have?
well, you got a lot of ones, but
Okay.
you never said, is there a number or twos for like anti? You only made it one way.
I mean, if they don't think it is, then they're going to be silent. So we don't need to do that the other way, right?
Well,
So we
well,
have over 100 people in here, Robert, that believe this could be considered influence peddling.
okay, so who's right
So,
and who's wrong when it comes to Zuckerberg?
well, the American people,
Who's
right?
right and who's wrong when it comes? Why is Bezos coming,
So wait
going
a
to
second.
Mar-a-Lago? Bezos.
Robert. So we don't know all of what Trump got going on with his calendar. We don't know the details about these
Okay,
payments that he's getting, but it looks suspicious.
but we know today that Bezos is there today already at Mar-a-Lago and
But
contributing 1 million. Hold on, Tiger. $1 million to his his inaugural fund. Why do you think that is? And it wasn't that way 8 years ago.
Robert, here's what I
Yes.
got to say to you.
Say
I
it.
have no clue why Trump is accepting all this money from these billionaires. I
Well,
don't.
well,
And actually, we've concluded it looks suspicious, right?
but yes.
Okay, so now that you acknowledge that this looks suspicious, do you feel like perhaps you may have made the wrong decision because you already knew the type of person he was?
Wait,
And
wait.
at the end of
Well,
the day, none of these donations are going to help you, are they? And this
well,
is the issue. None
well,
of the
are
stuff
those
he's doing,
donations going to be bad for
Rob,
you?
Robert,
Yes.
in a way, yes.
Wow. How are those donations going to be bad for you?
Because these folks, and I ask folks like you all the time, what do you
Folks
and
like
Jeff,
me.
yeah, what do you, Elon and Jeff Bezos have in common with Donald Trump? What is, you know what I mean? What do you all have in common?
Well, let me ask you this. What do you think the common
Wait a
denominator-
second. Did you hear my question?
Yes, I did.
What was my question? Let's slow it down before you get a ticket.
You. Oh man.
What do y'all have? What do you have in common with Trump, Elon, and Jeff Bezos?
Well, I was about to say before you interrupted me, Mr. Charismatic, that what I have
He can't
in
answer.
line with them.
You can't
is-
answer.
No. It's the fact that I'm a moneymaker. What about that?
Just say you don't have anything in common,
No,
Robert.
I'm a moneymaker. They're
No, you-
moneymakers.
When-
They're trendsetters.
so
They're-
are you?
they're
So let me ask a
visionaries.
question, Robert, because you're going to contradict yourself. It's so
Oh
easy.
no. What,
So you're making money now?
me? Of
Yeah.
course.
All right, thank you, Joe Biden. See how that went? So you're thriving under Biden.
I'm thriving under my own, my own artistic.
It's so hard, isn't it?
Development.
It's hard to keep up with the lie. You ever
Well,
been?
no,
Are you in a relationship,
no.
Robert? You in
No,
a relationship?
Wait, hold on.
You ever been in a relationship and you started lying?
No. The reason
You
why
ever been in a relationship and you started lying, Robert?
the reason why I so
Robert! Robert!
Wait, hold on.
I'm trying to help you, bro. You dug
Well,
yourself into a nasty
this is
ditch.
No.
At this, you
No, let me
have
say this.
Robert. Let's just stop.
I pause because I write music for a living.
Oh, so-
that's why.
Robert, I'm
What?
asking you simple questions. I'm not asking you to get out of some paper and a pencil and give me a quadratic
Well,
equation formula.
I was trying to be.
I'm
nice.
asking you simple questions.
Ask-
Are you tired of lying? Are you thriving under Biden? Just say yes or no.
Well, you know what? I'm tired of Biden's lying, and he should be tired of losing.
So Robert, you're a
What?
liar, and
No,
you refuse
don't
to be
call me
honest. So
Be nice.
say yes, you're thriving under Biden.
No. How would I? Well, you know what?
Because I asked you, are you making money right now? You said yes.
Well, yeah, because my
And
artistic
Biden is the
talent-
president, correct? Biden's currently the president. It's been the president for the past almost 4 years. So
Yeah.
one has to conclude, Robert, if you're making a lot of money now and Biden is the president, you are thriving under Biden. Say it with me, Robert. I am thriving under Biden. Get out of the cult today, Robert, because guess what? You won't be saying this when Trump gets into office.
Well, you know what? You know, if you value Hunter Biden's
We're on Hunter Biden now.
hating,
Robert, how about this, Robert? I see right now this conversation is really doing a number on you, and I think I gotta talk this. Well, no, I'm just gonna go for somebody else.
Just kick me.
Well, yeah, because I caught you in so many lies, and you're
What do you
pivoting.
mean so many lies? Look.
So say you're thriving under Biden, or take back the little statement you made. Either you're going broke right now under Biden, or you're making money. Which one is it?
I'm making money because of Biden.
Okay, so you're thriving under Biden. Let's say it together, or we're gonna move.
Wait. Why do you keep interrupting me?
Because I see what you're doing, ladies and gentlemen.
No,
Robert is
you
having a
always
hard
do this
time. He's having a hard time.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
having a hard time,
You
Robert.
always do this with snuggles. Come on now, be fair.
All right, well, this is fairness, Robert. Listen, Robert, I think you handled
All right.
this as good as you could, but unfortunately, once I had you in that TKO position, and I really did the TKO, You just started doing that thing you demons like to do, and we can't have that on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, let's send Robert to the lake of fire. Let's give him a round of booze and chain. That didn't take long.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
We all know Robert got caught lying multiple times, right? We all saw it, right? You can't tell Zeus that Robert, here's the thing. You can't tell me and everyone in here that right now you're making a lot of money and you're doing great, right? You can't say that. And then I ask you, are you thriving under Biden? And you go, oh, well, see, now that I can't say that. That's being disingenuous. That's either you're lying about you bringing it in, making money hand over fist, and that's a lie, and we can't have that either. And so again, Robert, you got to practice being more honest, more truthful, and that'll help you get out of the cult. All right, and maybe I'll bring up somebody else that can hopefully help you see what I'm talking about. If you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat. I'll bring you right up here. We'll lower your taxes. We'll drill, baby, drill. All right, and we'll pay off a lot of your debt. All right, but you gotta be willing to be honest. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter, ladies and gentlemen. All right, all right, all right. And you can see I'm a very, very reasonable person. I'm a nice person. But if you get up here, and you start lying, then it's not going to be easy for you. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. We'll drill, baby, drill. We'll lower your taxes. All right. You know, it's always interesting when you talk to MAGA women, all right? Because I do believe when I talk to the MAGA women, I actually get a lot further. They tend to be better at you know, providing explanations on why they support Donald Trump. So please put a 1 in the chat. This show only goes for about 2 hours, ladies and gentlemen, and then I'm out of here. So please put a 1 in the chat. All right, I'll try to help you out. We'll lower your taxes. We'll drill, baby, drill. All right. It's because I'm handsome. Oh, W Rhea in the chat. Ever since, and you know why I think a lot of the women who voted for Trump are, you know, on the hush lately? It's because they're processing what's about to happen to them and their finances a lot better than their partners. And they're going, oh my gosh, I made a terrible decision. And I don't want to get up there and have that moment with Zeus where I end up breaking down and start crying. A lot of the Trump supporter, especially the women, they're crying, but they're crying in private, all right? They tell me these kind of stories in confidence, all right? And so I get it. If I were you and I voted to, you know, basically get rid of the rights and the freedoms that I had because my husband made me believe it was the right thing, I'd be hiding too. All right, please put a 1 in the chat. I'll bring you right on up here. Let's see. Who do we have? You know, they said any Trump supporters out there that want to come up here, please. Yeah, they do cry in private. All right, and think about it. Right? You got this lunatic in the house living with you. Joanne, you said that I'm lying. Joanne, please. I'm definitely not crying. I can't wait. Selena, please come up here, Selena Hopkins. You said that you're not. Please, you can come right on up here and try to convince us you're not crying, but I guarantee you, Selena. How many of you think Selena is crying in the chat? Because, you know, when you write that in the chat, Selena, we all know you're crying. Selena, come on up. As you can see, I don't have to shy away from having these kind of conversations, Selena. All right, Selena. Well, I'll bring up somebody else. Anyone else put a 1 in the chat or send a guest request. I'll bring you up. But yeah, we all know Selena is crying. And Selena, let me go ahead and tap into that moment with you real quick, Selena. Since we're there, think about it, Selena. You're not going to be able to see kids smiling this Christmas because guess what? These toy makers, they're trying to figure out how to deal with these tariffs, right? There's not going to be any bonuses. Your husband was working. He's not getting his bonus this year, so he's coming home short. Not that way, Selena. Not that way, Selena, but he's coming home short. And now you're concerned. You're going, is he spending the money with someone else? Or is his job really cutting back? And he's like, oh no, honey, the job is cutting back. And you're like, I've been down this road with him before. He's lying. So now you're at a crossroads, Selena. All right. And it's because of the psychology behind this relationships, ladies and gentlemen, most divorces, you already can go look it up. What do they end because of? Money. And Donald Trump. Thank you, Donald Trump. You know why? You know why, Trump? Thank you, because these people don't deserve to be happy anymore. Let them all suffer, just like you supposedly are suffering with all those millions and millions of dollars. All right, ladies and gentlemen, since Selena didn't want to come up in the chat and actually reveal that she's not crying, how about we send her to the lake of fire? Selena, you know, you might be a good person, but when you lie like that in my comments, I can't have that. Let's send her to the lake of fire. Let's give her a round of boos and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Who do we have here? Who is this? Who is this? Maya? Mayan. Looks like we're having a hard time connecting Mayan. All right. So Mayan, what we'll do is we will drop you. All right. All right. All right, all right. And then put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter and you want to really get up here and have an honest conversation. All right, all right. You know, and I think it's working, my friends out there. Yeah, they're going. Zeus is actually scaring us. Hello, Lisa. Yeah, and it's not me that's scaring you. It's really the fact that you voted for your own demise. Yeah, and you're asking me. How did I do that? And I said, listen, do you all even understand what mass deportations consist of? Do any of you know what mass deportations consist of? Do you even know how you're benefiting from people who are in this country and they're undocumented and they're working? Do any of you even know that? And the answer is 9 times out of 10, you have no clue. 1, but never need the box. I sleep good with my decision. Jade, please, Jade. Jay, you don't even have enough followers to actually come on up here, Jay, and this is the problem. Remember how I was wrong about everything. Philly for life, please come on up here. You could come right up here and talk to Big Zeus. Only thing I was, only thing that I was wrong about is I did definitely underestimate how, unfortunately, the lack of intelligence in a lot of you Trump supporters. All right. I just woke up out of a coma. Did Kamala win the electoral vote? Rick, come on up here. I can help you. I'm new to TikTok and wanted to join this place. All right, yeah. Honestly, it's not their vocabulary. Their leader is a complete con man and a manipulator. Yeah. Joe, come on up here, Joe. Come on up here, Joe. Don't worry. We can go more into this information that we got going on. Stop crying, Trump won. All right, who do we have here? Who do we have here? Good morning, Shannon. How are you?
What's up, Zeus? Long time no see.
Oh, we talked before, huh?
Uh-huh.
Oh, when was the last time we talked? I don't remember you.
A long time.
Huh. Interesting. And you voted for Trump? Yeah, I can tell. Why did it why did it take you so long, bro, to answer that question? Is there something you're trying to think about when it came to answering that? I didn't ask you if you were a Trump supporter, right? Because that usually gets you guys worked up. People like it when you just say it with your chest.
But
Mm-hmm. You okay?
yeah,
Have I scared you a little too much this morning?
kind of.
What part?
I think you would be upset. I voted for him.
You think I'm upset you voted for Trump?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to ruin. Well, here's the deal. Why did you do it? Let me ask that question because maybe I can help you out. Maybe I can get you, to figure out how to get better at life. All right. Why did you do it to begin with?
I wasn't ready to vote for a female yet.
You weren't ready to vote for a woman?
Yes.
Have you at least changed your position now and understand that, you can vote for women. And just because you do it doesn't mean you're a weak person. It actually is a sign of strength. You know that, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, will you do better next time?
Yes.
Fair enough. Well, guess what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to move it on, all right? And I don't want to hear about this mistake again, all right? I get it. You've been in a space and people probably led you down a dangerous path, but you can't do that again, all right?
But in 2028 in the primaries, I will vote Democrat.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. And you know what? I need you to spread that word that you just shared. And not just 2028. Start today. Spread the word that this situation we're in right now isn't a good one. But the best way to get out of it, honestly, is to vote Democrat. All right, Shannon? I appreciate your honesty. All right.
No problem.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. That's Shannon. We spoke before. All right. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting progress, and this is why a show like this is actually important. W everyone in the chat. W everyone in the chat. You can always hear that some people are being very sincere. All right. If you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat. We don't got all morning. Let's get into this. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter. Jizz Money 11207. Come on up here. Oh, let's see. Who do we have? Oh my goodness. Oh, Mr.
Zeus, how you been?
Oh my goodness.
How you been, Zeus?
I'm all right. What's going on?
Good, brother. Good morning.
Yeah, I'm all right. Are you doing okay? Oh, Mr. Lexington, now you want to talk to me, Mr. Lexington? Are you a Trump supporter, Mr. Lexington? Please, come on. I've been telling people to put a 1 in the request and send a guest request. Okay, so what am I talking about today?
Not much, man.
Why are you so excited this morning, though?
I mean, dude, Stephen A. Smith waking up? Come on, man. He's going to bring so many more back over.
Bring what back over?
Crazy. Some of those sports fans that didn't know who to vote for, so they just voted for your Kamala, bro.
Oh, you mean Kamala. All right,
Yeah,
well.
bro. That's a sad day when a guy like that wakes up.
Not really.
Oh, no?
No. I don't know.
Like, really? Like, he just basically burned down every point you guys were making.
You don't see what's happening. You don't see what's happening.
He's getting bought out?
No, I'm just saying you don't see what's happening. I want to ask you honestly, though, do you really feel like you're really going to be set up for success with Trump's presidency? More so than you were with President Biden.
I just need him to run the country right, bro. I'm good. I'm good successfully.
What is the number one thing you think he's going to do to run the country right?
Stop letting all these illegal immigrants in to screw it all up, bro. And I mean all the wrong ones, okay? I don't mean the right ones. The right ones, we need them. We'll always need them, no matter what. The ones that want to work hard and make some money here in the United States and pay their taxes, we need those. We'll always take those.
But what if they're not here legally though?
He's not, dude. Because I mean, the only president to ever do mass deportations was your old boy. My boy too, because I voted for him too. Or
No,
Obama,
no.
Yeah,
I don't want to. I don't want to relitigate what Obama did. Right. I'm talking about very specific things. All right. Trump actually wants to outdo Obama. All right. He's talking about 11 million people, and you said something about the right ones and the wrong ones.
Yes.
And I'm just concerned about which ones do you feel are the right ones and the wrong ones.
Well, I mean, the last time Trump was in office, all of mine stayed, so I'm good, man. And some of the wrong ones got deported. And it was shocking too, because I mean, I thought they were the good ones, but then I come to find out that they were actually trafficking people across the border, and I was like, oh wait, so they weren't the right ones. So I guess they deported the right ones there too.
So give me an example. Say I'm assuming you're of the community, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I deal with the community all day, bro. I mean, I sell produce to them all day, bro. That's what I deal with.
So do you understand that? Is it true that some people in the community are afraid right now of being deported?
It's understandable, dude. I mean, it's understandable. It happened the last time too. Everybody thought they were gonna get deported, and they didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was afraid for them too. Remember, I voted for freaking Hillary. I voted for Hillary.
Right. But you see what's going on now. You voted for Hillary. You said you voted for Obama.
Yeah, and Biden, bro. I
And
voted for Biden too.
and
If you
this
go to my
time,
Facebook, you'll see me up to 120 days banned because I was talking so much about Trump. All
okay,
this shit about Trump, and then
bro,
you
keep
know
it
what?
clean. Keep it clean. So,
Yeah, my bad, bro. Sorry.
what made you decide this time? You didn't vote for Trump. So this is the first time you voted for Trump.
This is the first time, yeah. I just had to, bro. I mean, honestly, I couldn't stand another 4 years of watching all these people coming into our country unvetted. You know what I mean? It was not right. You can't let that many people into our country, man. I have an 8-year-old, bro, and he's too gullible. He'll go with anybody that, you know, comes up to him and tells him, hey, man, your dad's, you know, is injured or something. So there's too many people out there, man, trying to take our kids, bro. It's getting ridiculous.
Wow.
I mean, dude,
Do you so when you say
hit up for pedophile?
wait a
My
second,
kid's
say
bus
P3,
driver,
say
bro.
P3DO. We can't say that word. Oh my
Oh, my
God.
bad, bro, sorry. Yeah,
Do you-
my kid's bus driver from last year just got hit up for three PDO.
Okay,
Dude,
but
that was shocking already as it was, man.
was
I
it
mean,
the
this is the
immigrants
guy I
doing
was-
it? Wait a second. Are the immigrants doing all that?
No, that wasn't immigrants, but I mean, like I said, shit's crazy, brother. You know what I mean?
Why you gotta curse? I mean, listen, we keep it clean on this show, and you gotta use TikTok friendly language. I just think that you're basically trying to fix something that is really a small issue, and you're using mass deportations to do that, and it's going to actually have a lot of harmful effects
But-
on you in ways you didn't plan for. You know what I mean? Because you're all the little concerns that you have. It seems like those are probably with Americans, a regular American citizen doing that, not necessarily people who are coming into this country just looking to make their life a little bit better, right?
Oh, agree. Yes, I agree.
Right. So,
And I meet
so,
them every day, bro.
so-
I meet them every day here, and I just helped a lady with stuff for Santa for her kids and her just yesterday. I'm about to get the toys in today. If you want to, I'll take a picture when the toys come in for her, and then she comes and picks them up. Do you want me to do a little? I don't do that to people. I don't put them on lives to show that, hey, look, I helped you. No, I don't do that. I don't do that kind of stuff. It's
I
not
mean,
right. You shouldn't do that to people.
I understand that.
You don't use people that way.
Rudy, I understand that. But what I'm really trying to wrap my mind around is
These are immigrants.
I don't know how much you know about the United States of America in terms of like our history and just how we get down as a country. How comfortable are you with American history?
How comfortable am I with American? I mean,
Like-
I know
like-
it's been super shady for the the black and the Latino communities for years. I mean, I know
Well-
we've been used by the government for so many years. I know all that. I know I'm good with that. You know what I mean? They've been using us. our whole lives.
I want to get less on the government and just talk about like the people here in this country. We know, for instance, a lot of people have, when they look at people, they just make decisions based on how these people look. They don't necessarily say, well, please give me all of the facts and, data about this person, and then I'll make a decision. They just go off of what they see, right? That's kind of how people are. And, we all have our biases,
I mean,
right?
yes, I agree.
Okay,
But
so if I were to look at what Trump is talking about, I would have to conclude that, anybody that fits the description may just end up being subjected to cruel and unusual punishment in a way.
No, Zeus. You think he's just fear mongering like the Democrats have their whole entire time, and you already know that, Zeus. You should know this by now.
So Trump is fear
All the
mongering.
lies Biden has told.
So
you
wait a
already.
second.
You
So wait a
know all of
second.
them. You ate every single one up.
Wait a second. So Trump is fear mongering.
Yeah, that's all he's doing. Shit. He ain't gonna deport none of the farmers and none of the guys over in Idaho, in South Dakota and North Dakota. He ain't deporting none of those. We need that milk, bro. Come on.
You think so?
Yeah, he ain't gonna deport none of those. Watch and see.
Okay, all right. What an event that he does start doing that, then what? Because
Then our milk-
you know,
then our milk's
you
gonna
know.
skyrocket, and he's gonna break his promise. I doubt he's gonna do that.
Oh, thank you. You don't think Donald? Thank you. I mean, So now you're getting my attention a little bit. So now we're at the same point where you really should have been before you went and cast that vote. What evidence do you have that Donald Trump is actually going to keep his promises, considering the fact that during his last administration, you can go look it up, he lied over 30,000 times. Do you really think he's gotten more truthful? You think he's more committed? I mean, are you paying attention to the stuff he's saying now?
Yeah, I mean,
It's sad,
How much
Rudy.
did SoFi Bank just put into the United States? $100 billion.
And how does that help you?
Yeah, it helps our economy, bro.
No.
It's gonna get people jobs.
It's going to, so it didn't happen yet. You
Yeah,
see,
exactly.
you see where he keeps, people like you at. He keeps you all believing in the next greatest hit, and it's coming, and guess what you'll do? You'll give him anything. But I'm asking a lot of people like you, what do you have in common with these billionaires?
What do I have in common with this billionaire?
The
I hope
answer is
security.
clear,
I
huh?
hope security, because I mean, look at all those billionaires. That billionaire just got shot in the back of the head.
Wait.
We're not
Pew
secure,
pew,
bro. We're
pew
all
pew,
human beings.
pew
We're all
pew,
gonna live
pew
and die.
pew. So okay, let me answer the question for you. If I say, Rudy, what do you have in common with Elon, Donald Trump, Jeff Bezos? The answer should have been billions of dollars. So, do you have billions of dollars?
I'm a human being, my friend. That's what I have in common with them.
Oh, okay,
We're
so the
humans.
answer
We're all
is
humans.
nothing. All right, so the answer is
I'm
nothing.
well off, bro. My house is paid off. My car's paid off. I'm good.
You think so?
Sis.
You
I'm
so
good.
so Rudy, I have some bad news for you. You're not good because all that can be taken up. All
That's
they
fine.
have, okay, and I'll give you an example. You said you're in the community, right? You might have a name that is common with someone else's name, right? I don't know. I mean, the name Rudy is pretty common, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So imagine there's a database somewhere, and someone in the database that they say needs to be deported, their name is Rudy. That could possibly happen. Let's
I
just
was born in the East. Bro, it happens all the time, Carnal. It
so
happens all the time.
and we've been through doing something like this in the past, and guess what? People who paid their houses off and had property, they lost it to the federal government. Did you know
yeah.
that?
Oh yeah, but see, the
Did you
beauty
know
of it is
that?
my
Did you? And then
father-in-law-
they had to spend a lot of their time and resources trying to prove their innocence. Did you? Are you aware of that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Do you-
I know.
do you have an
that's
extra-
called
do you have-
weaponizing the government? Something your president did.
No,
Not
no,
mine.
no, no, no,
Mine
no.
hasn't weaponized no government. Yours did. Remember?
Rudy, the concern here for you, Rudy, is this. You were voting Democrat, and then somewhere along the way, you said, I'm going to go vote for Trump. But you didn't really look before you leaped, right? And this
I
is the
did.
conversation,
I was
and this is the part I'm trying to help you understand. You are at risk. And we took a long time to get here, but I think you got to walk around here going, you know what? I'm at risk. I got to put aside an extra $10,000 to $20,000 for legal fees just in case me or one of my loved ones gets sucked up into this thing that he's about to do. The next thing, Rudy, is we talked about tariffs, right?
Sure. Go ahead. Bring up the tariffs. What about the tariffs, please?
What do you know about them?
I mean,
Mr. Lexington,
your
please.
president kept most of Donald Trump's tariffs.
Those were
So,
targeted. Those were targeted for a reason.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I
Yeah, of
asked
course,
you.
an excuse.
That's
a good
why.
excuse.
So that's why I asked you. What do you honestly know?
You already know he's gonna freaking try and fearmonger these people into bringing. He already.
So the answer is nothing, Rudy.
$100
Rudy.
billion dollars, Zeus.
Rudy, the answer is nothing. You could. I mean, listen. If we were out here just shooting it back and forth, you'd be good. You would honestly be good because you know how to keep yourself from drowning. But you can't do that because eventually you're going to sink, right? You got to have some real technique about what you're doing. And I'm asking you, if you don't mind, just what
I
do you
think
know
it's
about?
the people, Zeus? The
What do you
people.
think about tariffs?
What do I think about tariffs? I think they're horrible if they're implemented the wrong way. If they're implemented correctly, like they were, and that's why Biden kept them, then they work freaking perfectly. Because
Well, what would be the wrong way? What would be the wrong way?
the way he's insinuating he's gonna do it? But
Thank you,
what
Rudy. Thank you, Rudy.
He's not.
Jesus.
Look, he's already
Rudy.
got one bank to
Rudy.
bring in $100 billion
Rudy.
into our country.
Rudy. So here's where I'm finding you're at, and a lot of you are doing the same thing. You all know what he's talking about doing will be bad for you, but you're banking on the fact that he won't be able to pull it off. And you know who your hope You know who you have to hope in that he doesn't pull it off with? It's the Democrats. We are literally your hope for this thing to not work, because as long as we're basically saying don't do that, you're going to harm people, there's a chance he won't pull it off. But if we got out of the way, he'd do it. You all should be thanking the Democrats, because if we got out of the way, Rudy, that's your you know what.
Let's talk about something we talked about last time. And you said
Rudy.
You said he wouldn't pardon Hunter Biden, bro. Let's talk about that. Come on. Let's talk about something you said he wouldn't.
Everybody knew. Rudy.
You said he wouldn't, bro. Dude. Oh, dang. I wish
Rudy.
He would never do that.
Rudy.
He played guilty because his daddy's going to pardon him, and you're like, oh, he will never do that.
Rudy, I was talking about your wallet, and now you're on Hunter Biden. And this is why I know what I'm doing is working. A lot of you are really afraid of Donald Trump and what he's about to do to you. And you would rather talk about Hunter Biden. You would rather talk about Hunter Biden than to talk about...
Bro, that's you spinning, though. You're trying to bring up all these horrible things that Trump's going to do, but
you admitted it already. You admitted it.
And he didn't do it.
You admitted it, Rudy. You said...
and he didn't do it.
Rudy, the only thing stopping this is the Democrats, right?
The Republicans have the House, so I don't think you'll be stopping pretty much.
But they can't. They don't have that. They don't.
Yeah, last time you're right. Yeah, the Democrats have the House and the Senate.
Even now, Rudy, honestly, because the majority that the Republicans have isn't that much. You know that. Very slim, right? And so, Rudy, I want you to.
Most of the Republicans are like biased.
Yeah.
Very
so. Biased. Right, because he's not even you see he tried to make Matt Gaetz be the attorney general, and that didn't go over so well. So he's not going to have this mandate. The only thing stopping him from ruining your finances and really taking you to task right now is, or at least we're slowing it down, is the Democrats. You're banking on Donald Trump not telling the truth, which means you want him to lie. Mm-hmm. That's crazy, 30, Rudy, that's crazy. Look I gotta move it on, Rudy. I don't know what else I can.
Move it on, since you're good.
All right,
bro, but
and I do hope you reflect on this conversation. If all you have is a hope and a prayer that Donald Trump doesn't do what he lied about doing, said he was going to do, yeah, you're in deep trouble, Rudy. All right, now I'm going to warm up the lake of fire for you, because clearly,
time to take a dive.
Yeah,
Jesus, I appreciate you, bro.
All right, do better, Rudy. Do better.
Man.
Yeah, no problem. And think about what I said, ladies and gentlemen. Let me send Rudy to the lake of fire. Rudy, knock it off.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
That's next level cult behavior. That's next level. I'm in the cult, and I am just going to pray my cult leader doesn't do to me what he's telling me he wants to do to me. And I'm going to enjoy myself in here, because this is safety compared to being around people who I know if it wasn't for them, I'd really be done for. Y'all got to stop. Y'all really got to start using this. W. Rick in the chat. Mr. Lexington, are you still here? You were saying something in the chat, Mr. Lexington. Please put a 1 in the chat so I can see you, Mr. Lexington, because you were crying in my comment section, bro. And I definitely want to help you out and drill, baby, drill, and get your taxes lowered and all that other stuff. All right, but you got to be willing to be honest with Big Zeus. If you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat. Oh, there he is right there. Thank you, mods. Mr. Lexington, please come right on up here, brother. I think you're a brother, all right? Come on up here. I sent you an invite. You said you wanted to come up here. Let's not kid around, all right? And you better be good with your feet, all right? You better have good footwork when you're in the game with Zeus, all right? Mr. Lexington, what's going on? W. Aaron for the subscribe. W. All right, we've spoken before, you said. Here he goes. It's the internet connection. Mr. Lexington, please, Mr. Lexington, please, something's wrong. All right, you know what? I'll move on to the next guest, Mr. Lexington. I thought you had your internet situation straightened out. Apparently, you don't have it straightened out, Mr. Lexington. Make sure you find a place that has good internet connection. All right, and yeah, because it's MAGA Wi-Fi that you're on, Mr. Lexington. All right. If you're a Trump supporter and you want to get in here and have an honest conversation about your wallet, please send a guest request and we'll help you out. All right. I mean, I want to make sure we address. I want to make sure we address the elephant in the room. Let's see, Vargas, come on up here, Vargas. All right. All right. You notice there's not a lot of MAGA women out here that want to actually profess their love for Donald Trump these days. I think that's pretty interesting. Hi, Vargas.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Are you driving?
Yes, sir.
You can't drive,
I
bro.
have a speaker. I'm not holding any device. So
Well, we gotta make sure you park it though, brother. All right, you got to be safe because this app they'll do things and then the live gets taken down. All right, but you gotta park and then send a guest request. All right. World WW will not start until Korea attacks. Probably traditional Hawaii. Please knock it off. All right. If you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat. I'll bring you right on up here, and we will get you straightened out. Just like I'm straightening out a couple of these guests so far. I think the previous couple of guests that I have, they're going to be reflecting. All right, and thinking about what I've been saying to them. All right, who do we have here? MC. Good morning, MC. Are you a Trump supporter? Yes or no? MC, are you there? Are you a Trump supporter?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. Well, what I'll do is eventually I like to ping pong MC, but send me another guest request, bro, and I will bring you right on back. All right. I want to get a little deeper. All right, into these moments with these Trump supporters because I think I am having a breakthrough. Do I have a cold for the naughty MAGA? Creole, I don't have a cold for them. No, I should get it though. Who did I send the invite to? Who is this? Who is this Trump supporter? Okay, Todd Lynch. That's an interesting name. Come on up here, Todd. You are the lucky one. All right. It's the way that Zeus speaks. We're going to get them straightened out. Yeah, we will. I didn't lose. I voted for Donald Trump. More than human. Send me a guest request. More than human. If you don't think you lost, send me a guest request, and I'll help explain to you how you lost. Because more than human, with your 6 followers, I'll be honest with you. I can already tell you're fighting a losing battle, champ. You're done already. What are you gonna do with 6 followers? More than human. He's not my president. He's your president. You went out and voted for that knucklehead. All right. Good morning, Zena Smith. All right. I voted for Trump. This is what I voted. Hold on. What do we say? I voted for Trump because because of Zeus. One person said they voted for Trump because of me. Rudy, knock it off. Knock it off, please. Maisha Lewis. Yeah. Go live in another country. Motive Mike, thank you for the subscription. MC, it's an ethnic cleansing in this country. A majority of Americans supported this. All right, MC, send me a guest request. We'll get that discussed as well. All right, I know you're friendly, so please come on back up here and explain what you meant. I can't send you a direct request, all right? In Zeus we trust. W Ange, yes. He said that he didn't vote for Trump. I think maybe I misread what he said. I will subscribe just to hear you say knock it off. All right, well, you please go ahead. Oh, who is this? Another aspiring rapper, G Wiz. Come on up here, G Wiz. Come on up here. Am I getting that fire pit warmed up? Yeah, it's always staying warm. And it's not a fire pit, actually. It's the lake of fire. And you got to have it ready because a lot of the Trump supporters, they got something up. There's something going on up here that they don't want to admit. All right. Oh, look at that. We have somebody. Gee whiz. Hello. How are you doing? Gee whiz. Gee whiz thought twice. Gee whiz thought twice. All right. I'm glad you thought about that. All right. I'm glad you thought about that, G Wiz. All right. All right. Who do we have next? All right. I'll bring up a friendly Oscar. Good morning. How are you doing?
Uh, I'm sorry, Zeus. I don't know. I was waiting for number one, too.
Oh
But
no, no. Is there something you wanted to say?
yes, this guy, this Spanish guy that was calling you from California.
Yeah. Rudy.
Yeah, Rudy. I am a Native American here in the High Plains in New Mexico, and
Oh.
I went to Texas the other day, crossing the line over here in Texaco, and me and my wife were in the Allslips at Millview, Texas.
Uh huh.
And we were shopping, getting some stuff because we are on the way up there. And there was this policeman, a state trooper on the other side of the aisle.
Mm.
He was just going back and forth where we were going, but we were talking in our native language.
Right.
So when we left and got in our car and started off, guess what?
What's that?
The state trooper stopped us.
Wow.
And he asked us for our license. He wanted to know if we knew English, is what he wanted to do.
Do you hear this, Rudy? Rudy said he's in Utah, Oscar, but does it matter, honestly?
It doesn't matter.
Rudy.
If you're not white, buddy boy, you better watch it.
Rudy, do you hear what Oscar is saying? Why? And it seems like, when we talk to these people, they're disconnected from true history in this country. So I'm glad that you actually brought that story up. He says he looks white, Oscar. Does that count?
Well, they're looking for Rudy's and last names.
Yeah.
That's what they're looking for. They're not looking for a white. They're not looking. You're gonna go over there and bleach your face and your skin, so they won't pick you up.
Can they tell how he sounds when he talks, that maybe there's something else that he needs to address too?
Yes, he's gonna have to start having an accent from England or. He's gonna have to do something, man, because.
Hey, that's hilarious. So you said, wait a second. So you said you listened to Rudy talk and you could hear his accent?
Yes, he's
Rudy.
a Mexican. He's a Mexican.
Is that true, Rudy? Rudy. I mean, Oscar, I would hate for you to be using it, saying that, but Rudy, honestly, Rudy, are we right? Because if so, would that, he says no, California born.
It doesn't matter. He's taking care of all the ones that were born here illegally, is what he's saying.
Mm.
Birthrights. Forget birthrights with this guy, man. Come on, Rudy.
So Oscar, do you think Rudy should be a little concerned or a lot concerned?
A lot concerned. If he's white or looks white.
He said you're fear monger and you're scaring him, Oscar.
Well, you better start listening and looking around, man, because it's already happening. It happened to us, Rudy. Don't forget that, man. This guy is after anybody that is not white. Look at all his billionaire guys.
So Rudy, what he's saying is, even if you present white, right? The moment you utter something, they're gonna go, "Oh, there we got him. He was trying to hide, but we caught him." So I don't know how you're gonna deal with that, Rudy. But yeah, you're not fooling a lot of us. What do you think about that? He's really he says, "I'm not in California. I'm in Utah." It's almost as if he's really trying to pretend he's white, right?
Yeah, he is.
That's deep right there, Rudy, what you're dealing with right there.
It's because they know what's coming, hombre. That's why they're doing this, guy. My great grandmother used to tell me stories, or not me. I'm sorry. They used to tell my grandmother stories, and they're from here. We're from here. Mm-hmm. All of us, you know what I mean? But this guy doesn't care, guy. He's going to do it to it. He wants a white country. That's what he wants.
Rudy, are you hearing this honestly? Because I would be willing, honestly, Oscar, if Rudy would like to, get some information from someone like you. I'd say, you know what, let's have that conversation because, I know I'm limited because I'm not in the community like that. But, I've seen what you describing, Oscar, happen to not just my community, but other communities. And I've thought about doing some of the things Rudy did. Maybe I should move to a state and assimilate and, walk like this and talk like that, and maybe they'll accept me. But, at the end of the day, I recognize, you know what? That's a fool's mission. It's not going to work. People will see right through you. Rudy, okay, he said he's requested, Oscar. Do you have a little time this morning, Oscar?
Sure, go ahead.
All right, because, ladies and gentlemen, we're building bridges.
What's up? Go ahead, Oscar. Preach, brother.
Well, I'm not
Buenos dias,
preaching
carnal. How you
anything.
doing?
I'm not preaching. I'm saying the truth. Look, I have a lot of friends that are from Mexico, and they're afraid to go out anymore. Do you understand why?
Damn, I mean, they show up here in droves, so I don't know why they're afraid there, bro.
Well, we showed up here in droves too, don't you think? Our ancestors came over here in droves.
Simon? Sure.
Okay. So, mira, Rudy, this guy doesn't care if you look white. As soon as he finds out that you have an accent, that's it, guy. You're gonna be picked up.
Dale, man. He's already told you, man. He's not even deporting any of the DECA people because he knows they're the bright ones, bro. So, okay, what? Really? He's going to pick and choose? Carnal, man. You're being fearmonger by the left, bro.
Did you hear his speech? Donald Trump.
And how many speeches have we heard that he said, bro? ¿En cuántos han sido realidad? How many have been real? None.
Mass
Hey, 30,000
deportation.
lies. You got to remember, those are a shit ton of lies the last time, bro. Remember.
Keep it clean, Rudy. Rudy, let's keep it clean. My mom is watching, Rudy. Come
I
on,
know,
man.
my bad. Sorry, Zeus.
I don't
Mine's
like getting in trouble.
Mine's 84, and she can't hear this anymore anyways. Because now my dad's been dead, and my grandparents have been dead, so we're good, bro.
But we respect our elders around here. We got to act civilized.
You're
at
right,
some
bro.
point.
I apologize, Zeus. I
It's all
apologize.
all good. But I want to hear the conversation. All right, so let's finish this, gentlemen.
Go ahead, Oscar. Go ahead. I'm sorry, brother. I'll mute.
Well, I don't know, Rudy, but I think there's a lot of people that are running scared, guy. They come up here on this live with Zeus, which I listen to every morning, and all they do is cry, and they're angry. See what I mean? And that's all because of this guy that you guys elected. Because there's a lot of Mexicans and Spanish and Latinos and everything. They voted for that asshole. I'm sorry. Oh boy, they voted for that guy, man.
What happens? It gets out sometimes, man. It's that passion. It's the Latino passion, bro.
Passion for what?
The cussing, bro. It was the Latino passion coming out.
Oh,
No, you're good. Go ahead, bro.
I get it.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
He was talking about me.
Yeah, I know. Well, look, when they pick you up, Rudy, then you're gonna think different. Because look, I myself
my bishop at the church a letter so he can have me brought back, okay? Because I'm LDS, bro. So it's gonna be pretty hard to deport me when the church.
It doesn't matter, Rudy. Come on.
LDS.
As long as he
put
supports
all
all
the
the right
damn-
ones, I'm good, bro.
No, you're not.
What is LDS?
Church of Jesus Christ, man. The Latter-day Saints, my friend.
I thought that was an immigration status you were
No,
referencing.
no. LDS, bro. The Church of Jesus Christ, carnal. Come on.
So, listen, you're in some. Listen. So you moved to Utah and you're a Mormon, and so from what I understand, Rudy,
I'm telling you, I look white, bro.
you are 100 in your mind. You're white.
Yep, pretty much. I mean, shit. Ya valió. Hey, I know, man. Chale.
How proud is he of his how proud are you of your heritage? You're really proud of it.
Heritage? I'm very proud of it, bro. But carnal, I'm not there no more. I'm here. I'm in Utah now. I'm not in Califas anymore.
Utah's
I've been
gonna
out
be
of
the first.
California for 17 years, man.
Look, there's this guy that's putting out bounties. for illegal immigrants.
Nah, man. Come on, man. There's no
$1,000 a head,
bounty,
Bato.
man. The
If
biggest
you want
bounty
to
was
say,
Obama,
if you want
man.
to say
and we saw
Bato
that.
loco, you're just a Bato loco, right? Is that what you think you are?
Damn, that's the barrio too. AVLS, Anaheim, Vatos Locos, Locos Socin. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but you're in Utah now, so you're gonna make a barrio there too.
Ya casi. Almost, bro. Almost.
Are you hiding in the church?
I don't have to hide in the church though, bro. I'm in good standing everywhere I go. Thanks to my philanthropy.
Okay, so you got all that done under Donald Trump?
No, I got most of it done under what's it called? Under Bush. No, it was Bush. It was Bush. Thank God, you know. When I first got here, I got very lucky because the market was very low when I got here to Utah 17 years ago. So I was very lucky because I had a really good job in California. I used to work for Albertsons. So I was already making like 60 grand a year. So when I got here with deep pockets, bro. So I knew what to do with it.
Okay, good. I'm glad you're doing that because I only get a little over $1,000 a month for my retirement, and I'm a
that sucks, man. That sucks for people that they got screwed like that. That's messed up.
I know it's messed up, but you guys are the ones that are doing it. Come on, start voting for somebody that's going to help us. Come on, man.
Can't you see? Because Rudy, I'm gonna be honest. I'm listening to this. I really do believe Oscar is approaching this conversation with a lot of respect and concern. And I don't know if you're catching that. And I'm concerned too. You said a couple of things. One, you said that you actually believe that you're white, but none of us here believe that.
No, I said I look white. I never said I believe I'm white.
You're doing things like moving to Utah. You're Mormon. I
hated my current state of mind that I was in California, so I had to move, man.
Are you married?
Yes, or 14 years.
And is your wife? Is she Latin?
Nope, white. White, and her brother's one of the main charters of the Church of Jesus Christ.
Zeus, this guy talking about a sanctuary city or?
No, hell no, dude. It's a red state, carnal. This state is been red for many years.
Okay, so
it's one of the only states that doesn't have the lottery to help it. It's people around. They financially finance everything through themselves. It doesn't have a lottery.
So the blue states are taking care of the red states, then, right? Under Biden.
Taking care of Utah.
Under Biden that the red states are the ones that support the blues. I mean, the blue states are the ones that support the red states.
This is wild.
You know that?
No, not really.
You don't think so?
No. I mean, some of them, not all of them.
Read it, Rudy. Read all about it, guy. Before
you read it and you believed it though. That's the problem. You read it somewhere and you believed it, bro.
I believe the truth.
Nah,
I believe the truth and facts. That's what I believe in.
Truth and facts. Where did you get your facts from, Canuck?
Right here, look at Zeus. He's the best.
There you go. Yeah. It's because of Zeus that I love listening to Zeus and Tony Liston. Those are two of the Black African Americans that I love listening to because they have very good people on all the time to talk about stuff, Canuck. And that's where I swung my vote. I was gonna vote for Biden when he was running, but then all of a sudden we had Kamala, whatever, ¿cómo se llama?
Kamala.
And little by little, I was like, whoa, no, this is starting to sound like we're getting set up with something that we don't want. I don't want this.
So it's because she's a woman?
No, never. No, I voted for Hillary, carnal. Can't put that one on me. I voted for Hillary.
But if we're sticking to this theme about whiteness,
white and black don't matter, Zeus. I lived in Compton for 10 years, bro. I'm good.
But you said that was some of the worst times.
N-word around my brothers.
Rudy, come on now. I'm just trying to.
Right now with you.
You don't got to get defensive, Rudy. I'm
just saying, dude. I lived in the barrio. I can use the N-word around my brothers all day.
Okay, but I don't. We don't.
Either, so don't say it was because she was
black. I just want to make sure I heard you earlier. You said something about living in California was the worst times of your life. That's the
Yeah.
statement you made.
Bro, because in my divorce, dude, I was making 70 grand a year, bro, and my wife decided to one day just divorce me because I wasn't never home. So yeah, that was
Because
horrible, bro. I lost my three
oh,
boys.
so you're blame. So the misery was because of the woman you were with.
Yeah. She took my three boys, bro. My lawyer was retarded.
What nationality was she?
She was Latina.
Oh,
She was Latina, whitewashed, because she speaks no English. Her whole family. Her dad never taught her Spanish because he hated how they got treated there in California. Her dad did. So he never taught her any Spanish. She speaks no Spanish at all. None of my three boys in California, bro, speak Spanish because of her. She kept me away from them for many years, Zeus. So that's why I moved. That's why I left California, because it wasn't good.
so and I'm glad you're being honest, Rudy. But Oscar, what are your thoughts about this?
Well,
Because this is deeper than I thought. I mean, I've never heard anyone be so honest about wanting to be white, the pain and the trauma that they've been through, and where it's taken them in life.
Sus, this guy has some Latino kids, right?
Correct.
I mean, yeah.
He needs to be worried about them.
They don't speak Spanish, carnal. All they speak is
It
English.
doesn't matter, Rudy.
They don't have an accent because they don't.
You look
speak it.
like if you look a little bit brown, buddy boy, they're gonna be after you.
Hey,
I'm not kidding you.
When we cross
Look,
that bridge, we'll get
I already
there. But I
told
don't
you
think we
there's
ever
a lot
will.
of my friends, Rudy. I told you
This is
I have a
crazy.
lot of friends that are afraid to go out anymore. Even the ones that are documented or asylum. Don't you see that? You don't see that?
Nah, hey, I mean, I see them all day.
Oh,
I was on a live the other day, and I put on my camera and I showed them all, carnal. And they were like, "What's all that?" That's all of my customers that come in here. They're not afraid to go out. That's who's
Really?
giving me all my information. All the Venezuelans that are here in Utah, all the people from other countries that are here in Utah. They're the ones that have given me all the information I got.
okay. Now look, if this guy Trump starts with that czar guy, he's going to go after
Tom
all
Homan.
the friends, man, and you're not going to see him again. Don't you understand that?
Yeah, I get you, bro. I get you.
What's this, Rudy? What's this, Rudy?
But that's all my customers that have given me all this like stuff, man. See, I'm not violating anything. See, it's just the cash
Well,
that people give me from other countries.
Okay,
I gotta
So-
drop you, Rudy. Rudy, I gotta drop you. You got a violation, but you can come back up, I guess. Send another guest request. I don't want you to get flagged. Please don't report, ladies and gentlemen. This is real work getting done on TikTok today. I've never seen anything like this and heard anything like this in my life.
I know, Zeus. This
I
guy
didn't.
here,
This-
I would never show something that's improper. Nah, hell no. I love your life.
I know. People just. I don't know
who
why.
did it or why they did that, but no, I was just showing you like all the denominations of all the countries of bills that I have. The people have given me.
You can turn your camera back on. I was trying to figure out what was happening over there. If you don't
Well,
mind.
I was just showing you how my clients are from all parts of the world. Like, dude, I've talked to everybody, and I've gotten info from them. I have so many people that were asylum seekers from Venezuela that are my clients. They're like my clients. They've shown me this loaded debit card that they got. They've given me all the info that I needed to be like, wow, really, it did happen. Wow, okay, that's crazy. And they're like, yeah, Rudy, can you give me a job in January when I'm legal? I'm like, not really. I don't have the room for you, but I can send you somewhere where you can get a job.
oh wow.
These are all my customers, bro.
So
You don't get it, Rudy. You don't get it, guy. Don't you
No,
understand
hey,
what I'm
not
trying
saying-
to
I
tell
get
you?
it. I get it. You're afraid of Donald Trump and the pendejadas that he's saying. But that's how he is, dude. It's just dumb shit that he always says. It's Trump,
Not-
man. That's how he's always been. That's how
Not
he's
this-
always been. That's how he was in 2016. That's how he was in 2020 when he was running again, saying all this crazy stuff that it's like, wow, why is he fear mongering when he knows he's not gonna do it? Because he lies. That's what Zeus just told you. 30. How many
Exactly.
Zeus? 30,000? 30? How many lies, Zeus? How many lies did he do the last time?
okay. So Rudy,
Zeus told me.
Rudy. Here's the concern. All right. One. Do you have kids in Utah?
Just one.
it sounds to me like you have a lot more affinity towards the one you have in Utah, and there's some resentment and some raw emotion with your previous partner that's clouding your ability to make the best decisions for yourself.
You
That's the
think?
concern. Yeah, I know it. I'm listening to you. I know people are hurt, and hurt people. You heard that before. If you haven't heard it, you
Yeah,
heard
I've
it
heard
here.
that before. Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, yeah, hurt people.
Yeah. Hey, Zeus,
And
no, no. Hey, I have a
and
beautiful relationship with my ex. I got her to get the house that she has and where my kids live. So we're good there, Zeus. It's just honestly that whole thing was messed up. And thanks to my father-in-law, that saw my side and knew what was going on, everything was fixed perfectly fine because my kids got his house when he died. You know what I mean? So we're good,
I
Zeus. Like I
okay,
said, we're good. She gets
I
to live
think
there because of me. Because of me, she gets to live there. So we're good.
Okay,
It's
okay,
not because of
okay.
not me.
oh
It's because of me that she gets to live there in that house. Because
so
he gifted it to my kids and my ex mother-in-law. He didn't gift it to her. He couldn't stand her. He couldn't stand his own daughter. But I was the one that brought her in there. I'm like, look, they do need her mother.
What do you think, Zeus?
Do that for me. And he
okay,
did.
Rudy, we got a lot going on. I think we
Yeah.
got a lot, Oscar, we got a lot going on. Is there something? Because look at the time. There's other people, Rudy, that they say they're listening to the story and they're going, "Oh my God, they got to ask you some questions." So I'm going to try to rotate, but I want to make sure Oscar and we wrap up what we're wrapping up first.
Oscar, I believe you, brother, and I know you're afraid, Carnal, but tell your people, that, hey, we'll have to wait and see because that's all it is with the
No,
United
I'm not
States.
afraid.
No, Rudy, no. We don't need you to give us the advice. We got to give you some. Whoa, I
Bro, we
think.
got to wait and see. That's the problem, man.
So let's just Oscar, please. You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Go ahead.
All right. So Rudy, here's the deal. The anger and the trauma that you have, you're trying to mask it and try to make it look like you're okay and you're handling it. But the reality is, a lot of us are listening to this story and we're going, we have a man in here who clearly is of Hispanic origin, but internally believes he's white. And you are making decisions that are harmful to yourself and your family and your community, and you can't see that that's what it is. And your justification is, well, Obama, Biden, blah, 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 or better yet, he's not really going to do it. He's a liar. But you're ignoring the fact that this is the person that you're following. And
No.
you're ignoring all the harm this person has currently already done. It's not that he's a liar and that he's not really going to do it. It's if there weren't things in place to prevent this man, he probably would have done it.
That's true, though. You're right. You're right. That is true.
If he has the opportunity to do all the things he's saying he wants to do, then he wouldn't be a liar. You see what I mean? It's only a lie because you got people stopping him. But if these people were in place and stopping him, there goes you. There goes the families that depend on you, as you said, and your customers. And it's weird to me. Your customers are the very people you're harming. That's weird to me. Okay, Oscar, what do you got?
You're right about that, Zeus. You're right about that. I just wish I could meet with Rudy, man. I think we'd get along pretty good. And if we lived together around here, I think I would convince him to go for the right person. This Rudy, this trumpet guy, man. Look at all he's done, guy.
Hey, follow me, Carnal. I'll follow you back, and we'll get to talking, man. I go
Órale.
all over the country all the time, bro. So you're good. I've been around
All
the
right.
country. Trust me. I'll get to meet you one day, Carnal. I'm not like that.
Well,
We'll
I'll
get
tell
to
you what,
chatting
man.
and have a bistec or something, a steak somewhere. You know what I mean? We good, bro. Just follow me, Carnal, and I'll follow you back.
Well,
right.
that sounds good to me. And look, Rudy, we're just placing the facts over here. Zeus is the best.
Very
Zeus is
skewed
the
facts,
best
though.
place to get it.
Yeah.
Zeus is the best place to
When,
get
when
it.
people like Stephen A. Smith wake up and tell you all that stuff, they don't convince you, Carnal. Like Stephen A. Smith is completely brainwashed by ABC, bro. And
Can you
look,
play me? Can you play me? Do you have the audio of what Stephen A. Smith said that got you
I
really
reposted it.
excited?
I reposted it. I
Well, let me
reposted it. Go ahead and I don't have the audio of it because I only have my phone, but
hold on. You
I'm at work right
reposted
now.
it. Let me see something real quick. Let me see if Big Zeus
I
can get this.
reposted it. What he said.
Okay, let me see. Let me see what
Talked
got
about
you.
the insurrection. He talked about a lot of stuff, bro. He
When did
talked about
when did you post it?
repost. No, I reposted it. I reposted it
Oh,
from someone else. You couldn't do it because of course they wanted all the likes for themselves.
okay. So this is Stephen A. Smith reads the Inspector General's report. That one involving January 6th.
Yeah, man. Like he literally was, and this guy's like literally bought out by ABC, bro. Because
Well, listen.
he's even on General Hospital now. He's on everything, bro. And it's like, wow, dude.
Stephen A.
For
Smith.
him to,
Okay.
for him to
So
put his paycheck at risk because of
so
that. Wow,
so
that's
this is
crazy.
this, you're saying Stephen A. Smith reads the Inspector General's report of the FBI's involvement in January 6th. He's disappointed with the Democrat Party. This is the video you want me to hit play on?
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. Well, hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Please bear with me. Let me. This is what woke Oscar up today, and this is what got him excited. I mean, not Oscar, but Rudy.
Report says most of the informants engaged in illegal activity during the chaos. The Justice Department says only 3 of its 26 informants present had been instructed to observe potential domestic terrorist suspects on the day of the riot. The rest of the 23 appeared to have gone to the Capitol on their own accord. Upon hearing news of the report, Vice President-elect J.D. Vance posted the following on X, quote, "For those keeping score at home, this was labeled a dangerous conspiracy theory months ago," end quote. So 23 folks for the FBI were in the crowd. And we're just fine.
So he said 23 folks from the FBI were in the crowd. He was wrong. They're not employees, but let's continue.
Bring that up. Didn't hear anything about that for the election. Didn't hear anything about that when the quote unquote.
So if you got an informant, you're not going to hear about it, Rudy. You get that, right? It's like the cops working with somebody and they got an informant. You don't hear about it while the crime is being committed. You get it all after. So I don't know what Stephen A. is talking about. He's not a guru of greatness.
No, he's not. Oh no, yeah, no,
Insurrection
definitely.
was
He's just
broached
a fool. Yeah, but for him to risk his bag, come on, dude.
But let me. I'm listening to it. Hold on.
by Vice President Kamala Harris as the Democratic nominee, by President Biden before her, by Democrats in both the House and the Senate as they articulated the belief that Donald Trump was a danger to democracy and using this as a profound, illuminating bullet point to make that case. And now here we are yet again finding even more evidence to Donald Trump's claims when he articulated that the process is rigged, the Democrats are this or that, they're talking about us, but look at what they do. We don't know all the details. It's a report. Justice Department comes out with this. That's not my big issue. My big issue is that I'm really, really sick and tired of every time I turn around finding something else that the Democrats have lied about or downplayed or misrepresented along the way.
Okay, that's what you wanted me to hear?
Yeah, man, the man's risking his bag. How could you risk it?
Well, the first thing you got to do is whenever you listen to stuff, you always got to, because as a person that I'm not a big person like Stephen A. Smith, but I can look at what he's doing and I see the game he's playing. Obviously, he recognizes a good group of people who listen to him are people who voted for Donald Trump, right? So you got to be able to give the people a little bit of information about what they want. All right? So that's the first angle that I'm listening to. He was lying about the FBI's involvement. One would walk away after listening to Stephen A. Smith thinking, wow, the FBI helped basically set up what happened on January 6th. But if you were to actually think about what happened on that day, Rudy, you would also have to conclude, well, didn't Donald Trump appoint Christopher Wray?
He did, yeah.
Yeah, so it was his
He
FBI.
appointed him based on the
No, 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 no.
on the
It's
knowledge that somebody from the Democrat Party told him.
Rudy,
that
Rudy,
this was their choice.
Rudy.
You got to remember, most of the people he appointed
Rudy.
were people that they told him were good to be appointed.
Rudy, he's
on,
the
Rudy.
leader. Rudy, you run your business. You're the boss. At the end of the day, if you pick somebody and they do something in your business, that's still on you. In the discussion, bro. In the discussion, bro. So this is Trump's FBI, and we also know Mike Pence could have been in it, but Mike Pence had enough sense to say, that's a little too much for me. We also know his children told him, we're not doing it. But he surrounded himself with Rudy Giuliani and all these other people that were willing to do what happened on January 6th. So you have to say, if you're the president of the United States, shouldn't you know the FBI is setting you up? And if you know they're setting you up, why would you fall into the trap? So he didn't know the FBI was setting him up, which means he's a terrible leader. Because now he's going to do it again. He's got Cash Patel going in there. How would he know if Cash is going to set him up?
God help
Hopefully
us.
not. Hopefully he opens up those Epstein files and freaking Diddy files.
But Rudy, my point to you is when you find yourself having to keep making excuses for his lack of accountability, that should be a red flag for you. And Stephen A. Smith, he's just saying whatever he has to say to his fan base in order to keep y'all tuned in. But he's not giving you the real. He's not giving you the real at all. That's Donald Trump's FBI. And then let's go one step. And then let's go one step further, Rudy. Trump's talking about pardoning these people, the hostages. So, is he talking about pardoning these FBI officials? It just doesn't make sense, Rudy.
I know it don't, bro. But I mean, at the end of the day, you already know, bro. That wasn't his cabinet. That was half cabinet that was given to him. That's why this time around he's picking all these people left and right that we've like barely heard of or didn't even know. I didn't even know Cash Patel was that well vested in the FBI, bro. But I mean, I guess now we're gonna have to see what Cash Patel does with the FBI. Hopefully, he brings out all the stuff we need to see. Because I mean, hey, right before Trump went out of office, he said we were gonna hear the Epstein files, and we never got them. Right? Well, how come we didn't get them in all those 4 years of Biden? How come we didn't get them?
Come on, man.
Yeah, Rudy, knock it off.
4 years.
Look,
4 years
Rudy,
of Biden. How come we didn't get them?
Rudy, you're just possessed. You're a MAGA.
He's MAGA demon.
Correct. Yes, you are.
This is strong demonic force.
You're all over the place, Rudy. All over the place.
Really?
You need to go and start reading the whole committee hearings that they had on that January 6th thing, first of all. And stick to the facts. Because them people at the committee were factually
It was 100%
talking.
against them. Okay.
It was factually, man. You can check them out. So
Hey,
look,
when you send me
don't
that
be
first
all-
question, I'm gonna send you
you
the
know,
video.
do you know what all this? You know what all this MAGA demon and the cult do? They go all around the place. They just can't stick to one subject. But look, sir,
Yeah.
you need to do something about yourself, Pato, because you have a white family,
Amen.
and
Oh.
as soon as they listen to you, you're going to be taken, and she's going to stay here, and then you're never going to see your family again.
Oh, I didn't think about that, Oscar. But yeah, you're right, Rudy.
Oscar, my bishop will get me crossed over in a day or two. Luego. I'm good. Trust me.
Yeah. Now listen.
Okay, you're good.
Yeah,
You're
we gotta
good.
move. We gotta move it on
We need to warm the
now.
lake. We need to warm the lake.
We gotta move it on now. All right, Oscar. I think there's someone else that I needed to bring up. Who was sending Cabria? Did you say you wanted to come up here real quickly, Cabria? And were one of you two? I know you all saw this Rudy gentleman. All right. Before we do the moving on, I was giving you a chance to come up here and really give it to him. All right, because this is information he's not going to get anywhere else. All right. Good morning, Cabria. How you doing, my sister?
Good morning, Zeus. Good
Yeah.
morning, Oscar and Rudy.
Good morning, Cabria.
How's everybody? All right?
Yes, we're all right.
Rudy, did I hear you say you were DACA?
No. I said that he's gonna help the people that are through DACA. No, I'm not DACA. I was born here. I don't need DACA.
Okay, look, check this out. You know, in his first term, he tried to get rid of DACA, right?
Yeah, oh, I remember that. Yeah, like I said, I was against him his first term, so we can't talk about his first term. Just like Susan said,
Hold on,
we can't
hold
talk
on,
about the
Rudy.
past.
Rudy, let her talk.
Rudy.
Let her talk, Rudy.
Rudy, look. So his new plans are now, if DACA recipients, if their paperwork isn't up to date, he plans on getting rid of them too. I was just reading it on the internet when you said, when I thought you said you were DACA. So I went to look on his new, on the internet for his new proposal. So only thing I could tell you, brother, is don't ever think, I'm going to give you a quick anecdote. When my daughter was 3 years old, she came down with cancer. And the doctor, they did their thing, and then they gave me a prescription so I could have something to calm me, right? So my mother takes me to the pharmacist to pick up my prescription, and I'm getting ready to get out the car, and I'm shook. And my mother stopped me and she said, listen, I want you to know this. It's always the other guy until it happens to you. Then you become the other guy, right? So it's always the other guy, Rudy, until it happens to you. You understand? So don't think something can't happen to you. When you said that you looked white, I immediately went to your profile. Brother, no, you're a brown-skinned man.
Thank
and
you.
And you do have an accent.
Thank you,
And
thank you, Cabria.
no worries. Don't think these people, like Oscar said, just because he was speaking in his native tongue, him and his wife at the grocery store, they leave. The police pull them over. Don't think soon as you open your mouth, they'll say, oh, we got one. So don't think something can't happen to you because it can. So you have to protect yourself, brother. You have to protect yourself for what's ever going to come. It may not happen to you. Then it could happen to you, right? But the best thing for you to do is be prepared and never vote against your own interest. A lot of you folks, oh, Trump, he's this and Trump, he's that. And remember Carrier, he was going to get a Carrier going. What did they do? They moved down to Mexico. So this other billionaire said, well, we'll buy that land and we'll build some stuff up for you, Trump. Trump, yeah. And they backed out of it, right? But Biden, he got a company to come in there and build up some manufacturing plants, right? So a lot of times people aren't aware. You just listen to what this guy says and you believe it and you run off with it and you never think to yourself, why does he have all these billionaires? Why is he trying to buy back the Waldorf Astoria, the post office that he bought in his first term, then sold it? Now he's trying to acquire it again. Brother, you got to stay aware and pay attention. But as Zeus says, you'll be woke, but you won't. You'll be broke, but you won't be woke.
W Cabria for that one. No lies detected.
I've said what I had to say, and I'm a drop. So Zeus, you can bring some more people up.
All right.
Have a great day, dear. Take
Think
care.
about what I said, Rudy. You folks have a good day, and Zeus.
You take care, and I hope your daughter made it out of that cancer, dear. You take care.
Oh, yeah, she did. She made me a grandma.
All right.
Go ahead,
Take
drop.
care, dear.
All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. W Cabria in the chat. No lies detected. Hi, Ange. Welcome, Ange. I'm glad you had a little time this morning to come up here. How are you doing?
I'm okay. How is everybody? Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thoughts?
I had a question for Rudy. I'm one of those people because of a couple things you said. Of course, I went straight to your page. I'm nosy like that.
Good.
You seem to really dislike Kamala a lot. Did you vote for Trump because of how much you dislike Kamala? Or do you actually like this guy and his policies?
Like I've told before, and I voted against him when he ran against Hillary and Biden. The only reason I didn't like Kamala is because she didn't make sense. She couldn't get through things straight. Honestly, you saw all all the interviews. You saw all of that. You can't say you did not see
Oh, I
any
thought
of
she
that.
did great.
The teleprompters, really? She
Great.
did
She didn't
great
talk
with the
judgment
teleprompters and all that.
batteries or talk about Hannibal Lecter or anything. She kind of seemed a little bit with it to me.
Wow.
But the thing I wanted to say, one of yours that really stood out to me because you said you had a little video of her again. Of course, it wasn't kind, and it said this was the nail in the coffin. And she had was going to arrest parents for truancy.
Yeah, and she
I mean,
did. My
that was the
ex-wife
nail in
called
the
me
coffin
because
for you.
no, because my ex called me many times telling me to please tell my sons to go to school because she was
I
gonna
knew
be
it. I knew
going
it.
in jail every
I
time.
did
Hey,
too.
like you
I
gotta
knew it.
remember, I voted for all these other people, so it's not like this is new, okay? I mean, I've heard the stories. I mean, my ex-wife would always call me all the time.
Right. So your ex-wife, you weren't getting your kids to school on time?
She wasn't, not me. I'm in Utah, dear. She's in California.
Wait. So then what's your issue with the truancy and I'm sorry, say again? I'm confused.
She was the one calling me and telling me to please call my kids and tell them to go to school because she was gonna get thrown in jail because of their truancy. Because she got the letter and all that. My ex called me and told me that.
So
And I
wait
had
a
to call my
second.
kids and be
Very
a stern
confusing.
father and tell them, hey guys, you need to start going to school, please. Because I mean, I guess your mom's gonna get thrown in jail if you don't.
So Kamala, you don't like her because of that
No.
situation.
No.
That you
I already
said
told you
you
why I
captioned
don't.
it nail in the coffin. So
Yeah.
I thought it really jumped out to me because I was like, really? That's the one thing? Because honestly,
Well, I mean, and
kids
everything else
going
that
to
led up to
school
that. I
on
mean,
time. I'm
hello.
talking kids going to school on time consistently, unless, barring some other exceptions, is very important. So obviously, you agree with that with me, correct? That because that's why you were calling. But
Right.
that's the nail in the coffin for you is that this woman wanted these kids to get to school um, on time
Uh,
consistently, unless barring other, major exceptions. I don't
barring
know. I just find it weird. That was
exceptions.
I don't know if I'm believing that's the nail in the coffin for you.
Take it up, Suze.
It probably wasn't, but I mean, but that was
Yeah.
literally something that helped it push it along, because many other things had already helped it, though. You got to remember that.
I mean,
That's
it's just that your page is more anti-Kamala than pro-Trump. That's just what I was.
And that's concerning, Rudy. I mean, considering if that was the nail in the coffin again, I haven't watched the video, but I believe what Andrew's saying, and I would say
he's
I
leaving
would
off many things that led to it, though.
Hold
well
on,
well
Louis.
so the kids aren't going to school is an issue, and as a parent, you brought them in, you're responsible for that, right?
Yeah, but I have no custody over them. You remember that?
That's just paperwork, bro. That's paperwork. You are their father.
You don't have custody.
No, she's got custody over them. Hello, I'm not there at all. I'm in Utah.
Oh.
This story gets so.
I mean, I would just say I'd want to stay closer to my kids. I'm not sure why you moved away, but maybe there's a good reason. And
So you don't have custody, but she's calling you to tell you that they're skipping school.
Yeah, to be a
Yeah,
parent.
and you remember those kids are brown, so I don't know if that matters.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
that does. If somebody believes that they're white.
It does matter.
They're brown. They're definitely brown because their mom was brown. So yeah.
Are
Oh.
you? What
Yeah.
are
Yep.
Wow, wow, wow.
You gotta go all the way back to when I started against Kamala. You can't just say, "Oh, that was a nail," because there was so many things that led up to it, though.
You know, this is deep right here, right? Good morning, Buffy. How are you doing?
I'm going
Are
to
you-
drop it. Went deeper than I thought it would. I'll let Buffy deal with it. You guys, I'll talk to you later.
I'm sure.
W Ange in the chats. Okay, Buffy, how are you?
Thanks for having me. This is my first time up in your live.
I can tell. Oh my gosh, what an honor to have you. You know, your friend Rick in the chat, he says bring Buffy up, and I said, well, if Rick says to do it, I'm going to do it.
I asked to get vouched for. I did.
W Rick in the chat. W Buffy, let's go. Thank you. Rick is he's a good friend of mine.
We mod for some of the same people, but anyway, back to Rudy. I do actually appreciate. I mean, I think everything you're saying is horrible, but at least the honesty, I'll take that.
Yeah.
And especially not the anger, about it, whatever. I would like to say, because anytime someone pushes back on Kamala Harris not being intelligent, or the ability to do her job, even though she's been elected multiple times, it makes me want to request, because maybe you don't get to talk to intelligent, educated, Black, successful women. So if you had a question for me or wanted to discuss something, I would be happy to comment. But it does seem I am getting the twinge of a little misogyny. And unfortunately for you, Zeus and his mods, they don't like that. So
We don't.
be careful with what you say, but I'm happy to answer any questions. I think what you're saying is absolutely ridiculous. By the way, I went to USC, so I lived in Compton.
Oh, shout out to USC. Buffy slaying. Buffy's up here slaying. Let's do it. Rudy, do you?
Go ahead.
No, I'm just listening. I mean, Rudy, are you paying attention to what Buffy is saying to you and how you're coming across? Is there anything you would like to get clarity on, for instance? Really, could
No,
you?
I mean, like she just clarified. I mean, I'm not one of the anger. I'm not one of those that gets angry and starts yelling and screaming when you're making your point and I made my point. So I'm good. I mean, you guys, you can keep saying that it's not this and it's not that, but at the end of the day, like I said, it's a wait and see. Like it's always been with our government.
Fair
It's
enough.
always been.
I agree.
It's a wait and see if they're gonna live up to their promises. You know.
Okay, well, how about this? How about this? Let me go ahead and talk. Let me guide this conversation for you, all right, Rudy? Because Rudy, you don't know what you're doing. I'm going to guide it for you, Buffy. All right. So we got this gentleman, Rudy, up here. Did you hear the part where he's actually convinced himself he's white?
Yep.
You heard?
Been here the whole time.
Do you think Rudy has tricked you into believing he's white at all?
No.
Oh. You see that, Rudy? Now, what do you think maybe his reason for not liking Kamala is? Because he likes to go and say, I voted for Hillary, so you can't say it's an issue with misogyny. What do you think was going through Rudy's mind?
I was all about Hillary, bro. Check my Facebook. I was all about the Hillary.
Why are you getting defensive? Okay.
People are very confused by people like Rudy, and they're also very confused by Stevens. For those of you who don't know Stevens, we no longer use the term Uncle Tom.
Got it. You hear that, Rudy? Let's go.
So these people like Rudy and people like Stevens confuse people, and I know exactly why. So particularly to assimilate in this country as immigrants, because we were brought here against our own free will. We really, and quite frankly, our property. And honestly, people like Rudy, they think honestly they care about a dog more than us. Let's just be honest. And Rudy has to not come to that realization. But trust me, a wifey person will never fail to disappoint you. I've never been wrong on that one. Second of all, the reason why you're doing it is you want to assimilate. No, let me finish. You want to assimilate into this country so much because you are so obvious a part of the brown community. Your face, your vernacular, and I don't know who you think you're trying to fool. It ain't us. What it is, it's self-hatred. And the only way you're going to assimilate in this country is if you hate all the people the white tea people hate. Now, right now, the white tea people don't like brown people, particularly black men. But they also think black women are dumb. You pointed out all of those things just in the hour and a half you've been up here.
Yeah.
Second of all, you don't like yourself. You have a self-hatred to the point where you are pushing your own children away and blaming their mother. Who speaks about their mother or the mother of their children like that? I don't care how you feel about her. You carried those for 9 months, married your ass. Second one, then a third one, then popped up. Do you know what that did to her body?
Thank you.
She's sitting up here right now with 3 kids by herself because you left for some white tea woman in Utah. I'm sorry, I know it's early in the morning, but absolutely not.
W, Buffy.
Damn, Buffy, somebody's been hurt.
No, she's not. Don't you even start that. I didn't mean to.
Somebody's been hurt. Wow.
She summarized your entire life in record time, Rudy. You're not fully.
No, she didn't. She has no clue.
What did she get wrong? Did you not have 3 children? Did you not leave her for a woman of lighter complexion?
I showed up from work, 16 hours of work, and she wasn't there, Sue. So sorry, no, she did. She left me.
So because you chose work over her.
Oh my God! Now I'm a horrible worker. Wow. Thank you. See, she didn't do jack. She's just a
Oh,
typical black woman. Sorry, bro.
your
She thinks she
wife?
knows it all, but she's not.
Wait. Who's just a typical black woman? Where'd that come
She
from?
is Buffy. Buffy. She thinks she knows it, but she don't
Oh,
know that.
Rudy,
Shit, bro.
Buffy. You clearly struck a
Shame,
chord with
shame,
him.
shame.
No, I'm just
She
saying. Like,
struck a
bitch, she
chord,
didn't.
Rudy. You were doing
I
so
didn't leave my
good.
wife. She left
You,
me, Zeus. I wouldn't be in
Rudy,
Utah if it wasn't for her.
Rudy. I can
I was
tell you're in
perfectly fine.
pain. I can tell you in pain.
I was perfectly fine in my marriage, Zeus. I was a perfect worker bee.
None of us believe you, Rudy. We don't. Do you understand this?
What does working have to do with being in a relationship? You know what a relationship is?
Thank you.
Yes. Buffy, I would love to explain it to you one day. Buffy, follow me. I'll explain it all to you.
Absolutely not.
That's his way to try to
See,
get you,
that's how you are. That's how you are.
Rudy.
Typically believe you know it all, but you don't. You have no freaking clue, lady.
Rudy, I got it. Rudy, I got to get back to this typical black woman comment that you made. It's not. It's not
I come
sitting
across
well
it
with
all the
me.
time.
Rudy,
We fry them all the time with Tony, all the time. So you're good. Go
You
ahead.
do. You do
We
what?
fry them all the time with Tony. Typical white black woman that thinks she knows it all, but she don't know Jack.
Oh, okay. So what we're gonna do is, you know who I gotta get? All right, who do I gotta get? Let me see up
Uh-oh.
here.
I have an
See
idea.
who?
I was thinking it was Fang.
I would have never left my
Oh,
3 days.
I don't see him in the guest request. Oh, I thought I had someone up here ready to do him in. But
None
here's
of
the
you know me.
here,
Oh,
here,
Q
here,
Dog,
here.
bring up Q Dog, please. Bring up Q Dog.
I'm gonna drop because I think
Okay.
I said my piece. But what I do want to say, and I was in the comments saying it, is Rudy, hand to God, as a Christian woman who I would love to see the best for us, but everybody keeps voting against themselves. I will no longer put myself in between you and your dumb decisions. So I hope you get everything you're asking for in 2020. I think you're gonna have a great 2025. I think it's gonna be great for you. I think it's gonna be great for your family, financially. And I just hope you enjoy every moment. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, W Buffy in the chat. W. I mean, hi Doc. How are you? How are you doing,
Hey, how
Doc?
you doing, Zeus?
I'm all right.
How's
I'm all right.
everyone?
I knew backup would come when necessary, and I appreciate you taking time out of your busy morning. We have situation here. A person. They believe that they're white, even though we all clear as day see what they is, right? And they have a negative outlook about black women, which I believe is why they couldn't
No,
vote for
not
Donald
negative.
Trump. I mean, vote for Kamala Harris and chose to vote for
Not
their
negative.
oppressor. Rudy, come on
Some of the
now.
best friends I've
Rudy,
had have been with a black woman, bro.
Rudy
Come on.
does not like, Rudy has a problem with black women. You
Thank
are
you.
not white, dude. You are not white. And you want to pass yourself off as that. What is wrong with you? It sounds to me like you're jealous of black women. And the
Mm.
reason that you're jealous is because that black woman that you was with is probably more educated and got tired of your damn your character flaw, because most of you have character flaws and you have problem with women, and the reason why you are upset is because it is the poo nanny that you
Oh.
do not get.
Ooh.
Also, sister has to do with that little tiny thing that resembles Donald Trump's.
Yeah, and that too.
I
Oh,
have gone to your
dude.
page, Rudy, and you look very Latino to me. Ain't nothing YT about you, sir. Not even that little baby you got there on your picture. So when you talking about not being deported because you belong to the Church of Latter-day Saints, which is a big, huge cult, they gonna turn their back on you too. I don't care if you are married to the to the woman whose brother runs a big part of that Christian nationalist cult, because you, sir, are a disrespect to your own people. You gonna be out there picking them cherries, them nuts, those. You are. You're gonna be the first one to go, and that church ain't gonna help you, because as soon as you open your Latino mouth, the way you're doing on here, you sound just like a Latino person. So
Thank you.
white people don't sound like you, sir. They do not. So
Thank
you
you.
better go and take an English class so that you can speak the proper English.
Ooh.
Because you speak broken English, sir.
Yes,
And
I
you're a
do.
low
Yes, I
IQ
do.
vibrational individual. And black women don't want you because you can't satisfy them.
Oh, W bounce.
Good morning,
And
ladies.
that woman
Woo!
Good
disrespected
morning.
you. She had every reason to disrespect you because you are a nasty, nasty
Disrespect me all you
individual.
want, baby
You
girl.
are
You good.
disrespectful. You
Never go
don't
out with
care about
Rudy.
disrespect.
nobody.
Disrespect me all you
And
want.
you think you
I
have
would never go out with.
integrated yourself
Rudy.
into
Hold
the
on,
white
Rudy.
world. They gonna show you just like they showed that Latino guy who said, "Oh look, I voted for Trump," and he went and knocked on the door so his kids could play with his kids again, and he pulled the pew pew out on him. So
I
get your
remember.
facts straight.
Bingo.
Because
Yes,
you are
they
never going to be welcome. That Church of Latter-day Saints ain't nothing but a cult.
Mm.
A big Christian national cult. We
Oh,
got
geez.
one down the street from our house and it ain't never full. Because don't nobody care about no Church of Latter-day Saints because they not preaching the word. They are preaching the YT man's word because if you were really in the word, then you would know that that God that you praying to don't have
Amen.
blind hair and blue eyes. That
Amen.
part.
Amen.
Now I'm
We
done.
gonna get that demon addressed, Bounce. I appreciate you for having to take time out of your morning and put the fire where it belongs. You and Doc, all right? Buffy too, yeah.
Yeah.
Rudy,
It's a
Rudy,
wonderful day in the neighborhood.
yeah. So
It's a
Rudy,
wonderful day.
thank you. Yeah, and what we're doing is we're helping this man right here have a come to Jesus moment. Literally,
Yeah.
he thought he was white before the show.
And Jesus, I'm just happy the 7 black women that I've been with have all been nice, skinny, great thighs. You know, I didn't have to
Well,
deal.
honey, I only
Like
weigh
my little
120
was
pounds and
able to
I'm
do its thing.
5'4", and I would never take a second look at you because I know what you're
That's what I
passing.
Does
mean.
any?
And it ain't enough to
Good bounce.
satisfy
Hold on,
me.
Rudy.
How about
He's
that?
got a problem with black women.
And now,
He got a problem with all women. He
yeah.
has
all
been
women.
rejected
He
except
I
by that
love
white
women.
woman that he is married to because they don't have good brains anyway. And they don't know nothing about being satisfied at all in the bed because they're used to small man energy. So
Bingo.
when they do transfer
say that.
over and they come into the black man's world, your white wife gonna leave you.
Rudy.
What's
We're
up,
trying
Zeus?
to.
You
What's up?
know what I want to ask?
Let's
I
try to
want to
laugh at it,
ask.
Zeus.
Rudy.
I
I was
asked,
friends
why
with you
did
for
he
years.
think?
I'm good.
Why do he think, or why did he think that it's okay for his children to be truant from school?
That part.
Tell me about why that is okay with you, Rudy.
It wasn't. She called me here in Utah, and I
So,
called
what
them and
is
made
the
them go
big
back.
point of you
See, you don't
sitting
know,
up
dog.
talking about
You don't
Kamala?
know.
What is your point that you made about Kamala?
Thank you.
What
And
is that about? Because what you're
You gotta
telling
lead
me
up to everything,
is
though.
that
You gotta lead up
it's
to it.
okay for your children to be truant from school. So you raising a bunch of ignorant kids. Your kids must be, if they
They-
truant from school,
they
non-educated.
they gotta
You
go to
are
school.
non-educated.
Rudy.
You are a
Rudy, turn your
non-educated
camera on.
Latina.
Doc, ask him to turn his camera on. Turn your camera on,
They want
Rudy,
to
so
see
we
how
can see
handsome
that
you
look
are,
on his face.
Rudy. They want to see how handsome you are.
I can't turn it on right now because I got clients here, but you're good. I
See,
can't.
you don't want to turn your
Not
camera on because
after
He
you know
ain't
that
gonna
people
permission.
gonna
turn
be
the
at your
camera
door.
on. But
I'll
you
turn
are
mine
Oh,
on.
but when you
uneducated.
turned it on,
I'm
I
when you
want to
turned it
tell
on,
uneducated.
Rudy.
Oh God,
Hold
yeah,
up,
no, I'm
Bounce.
he
definitely
I'm
turned
gonna
it on
uneducated.
because
tell
Trust
he
me.
wanted to
Rudy.
show his little
GED,
business.
Hold up,
Now you
Bounce.
can't.
I'm gonna
GED,
tell
dog, GED.
Rudy
I'm
about
definitely
how
uneducated.
uneducated
I'm
Rudy,
yes.
you
Hey,
are
Hold on,
uneducated,
Rudy.
and you are raising a group of
I never said I was, dog.
uneducated
I never said I was.
children.
Rudy,
Okay, and
have
you know what, Rudy? You want to be white so bad. I mean,
You
you
think? No way.
seriously want to be white so bad that listen. You sold. You do know you sold your soul, right? You sold your soul to the
I must
devil.
have.
Yes, you have,
Well,
honey.
Yes.
Doc, I went to his page, honey. Ain't nothing
Yes.
about his Latino looks present
Is he on
white.
a scale of 1 to 10,
Okay.
Bounce? How handsome is Rudy?
0.
Oh,
How about Oscar
Damn, the
over
hate is
there?
real, Zeus.
Yeah.
I'm
And
No,
hurting
it's
now.
not about the
I'm
no,
hurting
hate.
because she's
it's not
hating on
the
me
You
now.
hate,
people
honey.
It's
hate
gonna
the
hurt my
truth.
soul.
she said
You
zero.
hate the
Hate
truth,
It's gonna hurt
Rudy.
my soul now.
Somebody
She's
said
hating on me.
-3,
Oh
Rudy.
God.
Rudy. Okay, so we see what's happening. There's an ugly situation up here mixed with the racism and the misogyny. And you've been exposed. Oh, -5. Rudy.
Hey, Zeus,
Rudy.
I never said I wasn't racist, bro. Remember, I'm from Compton, bro. There's a little bit of racism in me,
No,
bro,
no,
because
no, no,
I
no, no,
grew up with
no.
my black
Excuse
African
me,
American
sir.
friends, bro.
I'm from
And they call me the N word
California,
all the
and
time.
I got
No,
They
family
call
in
me the
baby.
N word all
No,
the
Compton.
you're
time.
not gonna
So
sit up and
I'm
that
use
used to it,
has
that.
Zeus.
You're
nothing
not
to
gonna
do
sit
with
up and use
racism.
that. That's a bunch of
Now you're
bullshit.
not.
Oh, I would
I'm
never
sorry,
use it.
that's a
No,
bunch
no,
of
no, of course
bull.
not. But with my
That's
friends,
a
I always
bunch
have.
of
And
bull.
let me tell you something else, Rudy. If you called me the N word, I
He wouldn't
pop
do it.
that
I don't know you.
Don't
Why
do
would I
it.
call you that?
around your
I don't
face.
even know
'Cause
you
I
that way,
ain't.
lady.
You said that
Relax.
you could use the N word
My
and it's
friends,
okay.
lady. I got
You did
friends.
say no, 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 no. That don't give you
No.
the right to use the N word.
We need
So
to
your
No.
get
friends have no respect for
If
their
they
culture.
call me that, I'm gonna use it back
No,
on
ain't
them.
Rudy.
nobody
Nah,
Rudy.
Rudy, I'm gonna tell
call
you
you that.
something. You go out here
Lord
with
have mercy.
that, it's not going to end well for you,
But
Rudy. I
but
mean,
but
in the long run, when everything is said and done, I'm gonna tell you what's coming to you, Rudy.
Sure, Doc. Go
So
ahead.
you think that you won't have any repercussions with
I never
this
said I wouldn't.
deportation that is coming down the pike?
Oh yeah,
And
no, I'm gonna
just
be missing a lot of my
and
clients,
just
sadly.
really a few more weeks, Rudy. Do you know that your family is going to be affected, Rudy? So why did you go out here, Rudy, and go vote against
Now,
your own
Rudy.
interests, Rudy?
Now,
Baby, the
Rudy,
hands
is
say
this
it
is this
all,
you,
Rudy.
Rudy? Is this you?
where did
Yes.
you go, Bounce? Wow.
Rudy, you are Latino, sir. You do not present white. Why are you
Oh
sitting up here
yeah, no,
lying to
definitely.
these
There I don't.
people?
But let me get all shaved up and
Oh
You didn't.
boy. Come on,
No.
man.
Time out, Rudy.
Yeah, let me talk to my
Let
come
me,
on,
Latino
let
Morning
me.
friend.
Star. Sheesh. You
Let
got
me
No.
the.
talk to
Well,
my
actually, that's
Latino
a
friend.
damn good
Rudy.
picture of me. Actually,
Rudy.
that's a
Rudy.
good picture
Rudy.
of me.
I'm
Actually,
Rudy.
done.
Stop
I'm
playing with
done.
yourself.
Let
Stop
me
playing
talk
with
to this
yourself,
Latino
bro.
that's
guy,
a
please.
that's actually a good picture
Stop
of me,
playing
Morning
with
Star.
yourself. You look like my cousin. Quit
Oh,
playing.
oh,
Quit
Hi.
playing. You are not white presenting.
Rudy.
You're not
That
white
picture you got.
presenting.
Who's in the profile picture right that you got on your page, Rudy? Who is that?
My baby boy, my 8-year-old.
And who's the other individual?
Me.
Oh, so you use
Oh.
that.
Come
Why
on,
not use
Zeus.
this? Why not use this profile picture of this thug on
I've
the
tried.
right?
No, I've tried, but it won't let me change it because some of the Republicans keep thinking I'm Democrat because of the mask. I don't know why.
No.
I had to change it.
I'm saying use the picture of the
Some
one,
of the who?
the
See,
thug on
you
the
know
right.
what? That see,
No, I've
wait a
tried,
minute,
Zeus. I swear
Zeus.
to God. I swear
Wait a
on everything
minute.
I have
Wait a
here.
minute. Did
I've
he
tried to use
just?
that picture as my profile picture,
Rudy.
but it
Rudy.
won't let me.
Rudy.
Hey,
Stop
Rudy.
stop playing
Teach me, sis.
yourself.
How do I do it?
Stop playing
Look,
with
Rudy.
yourself.
Let me
We've
talk
This
to
is
you.
exposed this
you.
demon.
Let me
What a
talk to you
show.
over here.
Yes.
Accept who you are. Just accept who you
Here,
are.
Miss Morning Stars, them little bitty hands that gave it away. You
That's
poke
it.
that
That's it.
thing.
Damn,
It's
that's
Just
a
the,
good
it's the
picture
accept
of
hand.
me.
it.
Thanks, Morningstar. I love that picture too.
Well,
Listen.
I'm just telling you, that's you though. Quit
Oh
trying to
yeah,
act
I
like
love
you a
that
white
picture of me,
man. You're
man. I
not a
look
white
good,
man.
baby. Oh,
So
You are
so
not.
so
Sir.
so we've concluded this show.
mira
All
nomás,
right.
este,
Thank you,
I've
Zeus.
seen
I just wanted to show it. I
I've
don't
seen
drop back
enough.
Oh, you're good,
down. You
Morningstar.
see
Gracias,
it.
man. I
You
appreciate it,
saw
man.
it.
Papi Chulo
You
looks good on
saw
No,
it.
no,
mine.
no, no. That you're right, Bounce. -3, possibly -5 on the photo. You're not
Oh, man.
white. You're definitely
No,
not
he's
white.
not
Oscar, you were
white.
saying something, Oscar, before we get out of here, Oscar.
Yeah, Oscar, I'm gonna head out too. Look,
Okay.
Rudy,
Sígueme,
look.
carnal. We'll talk.
Okay, look, Rudy.
-100.
You need to calmar
You gotta
yourself.
learn how to
You
love
need to
yourself
calm
and
down, Rudy.
accept yourself
Rudy,
for being 5'2".
Rudy. You need
Thank
That's
to
you.
calm
what you
yourself,
gotta
okay?
do.
Look,
Thank
calm
you.
Okay?
yourself, Rudy. You'll be
I'm
fine if you calm
5'11",
yourself.
but all right, I guess
You
6.
need
All
to
right.
calm yourself. Look,
All right.
Yes.
keep in contact with your family. Keep in contact with your family over there in California,
Yeah.
and keep them safe. And keep them safe, okay? Porque
Yeah.
look, I'm a
Yeah,
Native
Rudy.
American. I'm a Native American. I'm brown. I look
Rudy,
brown. You
can
can see
you
my profile on
can you
there.
what's your
And
last name, Rudy? Can you tell us?
He can't
Hey,
tell us.
Carlos
He
is
can't
trying
tell
to
us.
say goodbye, huh? Can we let him finish? That way
Rodriguez.
he can
Is
get.
it
It's
Let him.
probably
Jones?
Oh my
Rodriguez
God.
Is
All
your
or
right.
last name
Perez.
Jones?
Hey,
Oh
Rudy,
Lord, have
Carlos,
mercy.
cuidas
I
con
Rudy,
gotta go, ladies and gentlemen.
Rudy.
We are getting closer and
All
closer
right.
and closer. Love you all, ladies and gentlemen. But
Thanks,
whoa, you're
Lucy.
welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Look at all the love. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well. Once again, we've addressed a lot of issues on this show today. I was just trying to talk about mass deportations and tariffs, but we drilled in Rudy's special behind, right? Come on, you all deserve a round of applause. That's a new one for the show because I looked at the time and I'm like, wow, I really spent that much time diving into Rudy's situation, and I don't ever want to do that again. To be quite honest, I don't ever want to have another conversation like that. But Rudy, I got some advice. It's clear you hate yourself and you hate people of color, especially women. You need to check yourself in, betterhelp.com, get some therapy and work on that, champ, because no matter where you go in the United States of America, guess what? And guess what? Because you know that's what President Biden likes to say. Guess what? You're still Hispanic, bro. Whether you're in Utah, you go where? You could go to Wyoming. You could go to Montana. Hey, yeah, go find you a little cabin in the woods. Guess what? As soon as you open your mouth, we know exactly who you are. And guess what? That means you're a prime candidate to be, subjected to those mass deportations, champ. Yeah. So, there's an old saying: you can run, but you can't hide. I also want to give a special thank you to all of my guests who came up here and really helped Rudy see the light. See the light. Rudy, you know what I got to do. Unfortunately, I can't have people like you trying to pretend like they're a different race when they're really not. So, ladies and gentlemen, join me in purging that MAGA demon outside of Rudy. Rudy, I really want you to meditate on this show today, all right? And understand this is probably the most contact you've had with the truth in a long time. Get help. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's send them to the lake of fire. Let's give them a huge round of booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Yeah, it's one thing to hate people, but when you hate yourself like that, that's next level, cult level, all right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got to get up out of here. You all deserve a round of applause. Thank you to my subscribers, gifters, moderators, and panelists. Without you, this show wouldn't be what it is, right? Yes, but I got to give my last round of booze and shame. I know I got a lot of haters out there. There's a lot of Zeus haters out there, and you know exactly who you are. Unfortunately, you still are victims of Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin and his right-wing propaganda. I know exactly where all you Trump supporters get your information from. You get it from X, Elon Musk, and by the way, we got to check his security clearance because I hear the business that he's running, what is it, Star Shield, whatever it is. Yeah, they're saying we probably shouldn't let him get access because of his, connections to Putin and the stuff that he's been known to have take, because he's on that stuff, or they're saying that he might have been on. I don't know what it is, but we got to watch him. You got Donald Trump out there peddling you all lie after lie after lie, and you don't even question it, right? So I got to give this last round of booze and shame to you because you're Zeus haters. You hate the truth. All right, let's give it to him.
Silence, you MAGA.
All right, we are out of here, ladies and gentlemen. And I will say this to you, Trump supporters: you all seem to think that you won because you got Donald Trump, and that the Democrats lost. The truth is, thank you, Deb. You didn't win anything unless you think winning higher gas prices, higher grocery prices, higher car prices, higher interest rate. If you think that's winning, then yeah, you won. But the rest of us know what it really is. You lost. Congratulations, you played yourself. All right, I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Take care and stay safe. Have a great rest of your morning. Cold as the days. Thank you. W Cabria in the chat. Tiny Take Top Tip Tom, knock it off. We've already cooked you. You really do need to get help. Have another great rest of your morning. We burned it down today. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Don't Democrats know how to have the fun? Cold as the day. Let's go. W Rick in the chat. Woo! W. Doc. Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Reggie. Great show. Thank you. I tried to make it a good show. Let's go. Yes. Y'all party safe out there. It's always a good show. W Doc in the chat. W Shay in the chat. Another bad live. Thank you. Y'all think that was a good show today, right? We kept it above board. Nobody got in trouble. W Dolphin in the chat, right? Don't Democrats have the most fun? You go to Democrat Live, it's the most fun place to be, right? Tiny Take Top Tim Tom. I thought you didn't like Zeus. You didn't like Q-Dog. You didn't like Nutty Professor. Remember what you said? Yeah! Little Miss, what a nice one. Let's go. Cold as the days. Love you too. Miss Morningstar, thank you. You brought up his picture. Remember you brought up his picture? And I said, why did you put that thug on your profile? He knows he's ugly. Tiny Take Top Tim Tom, remember, you're in a cult and you're here every morning. You're here before everyone else, Tiny Take Top Tim Tom. And it's because you know it like I know it. Nobody does it better than us. Right, Doc? W. Joy. Joe, thank you. Oh, no, Bronco. Kamala's going to run. And you know who her VP is going to be? When she runs again? You know who her VP is going to be? Hunter Biden. W. Hunter Biden. W. Hunter Biden. Let's go. All right. No. No. MAGA. You see what you taught me? You know what you taught us, right? Is if we make you go to court and you know there's one of those attempts on your life, right? Then you can become president. So you know who I think really should do that next? Hunter Biden. I would proudly, I want you all to understand this. You made Hunter Biden into a martyr. Hunter Biden, please, if you're listening to this show, please run for president so that I can vote for you. Thank you. Cat's out of the bag, the genie's out of the bottle. Yeah, Hunter Biden and Kamala Harris, I promise you, MAGA, you won't see anything. You're going to be suffering like you've never suffered before. All right, now you know what we got to do. We got to drill, baby, drill. All right, and then we're out of here. All right.
We're going to pay down our debt.
Let's go.
We're going to lower your taxes to
yeah.
Insane asylums.
We're going to drill, baby, drill, then we're out of here.
Go crazy when I say,
right,
Craig? Great Hannibal Lecter. Drill, baby, drill. We're going to frack. Drill, we're going to frack.
Let's go! Hey, Curtis! I knew you wanted to drill, baby, drill. W, Capria! Yeah! She said, I like.
They always go back to what they want. They always go back.
What? She can't help it. She's a radical.
Left mark.
Hey!
And we will frack, and drill, baby, drill. We're gonna drill, baby, drill. We're gonna deep drill.
Hey!
So deep, we're gonna
hey, Rudy! You don't know how to drill, baby, drill. Trust me, you won't be able to do this, and that's why that previous situation didn't work out, because you weren't learning how to drill, baby, drill. You know they go crazy when you say the late great Hannibal. Drill, baby, drill, gonna frack, frack, frack. Hey, Rudy, you gotta step your game up in that department. If you do that, you'll be able to drill, baby, drill. You'll be able to lower people's taxes, pay off debts. Oh my God, you just gotta learn how to do it.
Insane asylums. You know, they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal Lecter.
Oh.
Okay, they say, why would he mention Hannibal Lecter?
We're gonna lower your taxes.
Oh.
Deep insane asylums. You know, they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal.
Hey.
Drill, drill, baby, drill, we're gonna frack, frack, frack. Drill, we go, lower your taxes.
Deep insane asylum. You know they go crazy
when I say
the late great Hannibal.
Drill, 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 baby, drill.
You would buy that one, Curtis? Come on. Well, you know how this works. I can't sell that. You know I can't sell that, Curtis. Come on now. We're gonna lower your taxes. Deep insane asylum. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Take care. Have a great rest of your morning. I'm out of here.